That's not the way you can see. Biafra Hausa, we are resolute. We are unstoppable. I feel you much in again. That would do. In a modern shoji. Oh, the very penny like Canada. I will not do it. That is it. Movement. Mazi, I get you the prince. I'm watching it. I'm watching it. I'm never watching it again. The children of light. We are the first human beings breathed on this planet Earth. We are the children of the Almighty, the creator of the heaven and earth. They deny us our history. The only place you will find the living water, I said, easy in Kendo. Where you will find the living water, this is the land of Biafra. They don't want us to know who we are. The children of light. The first language on this planet Earth is the Igbo language. They deny us all this knowledge. The mother of light. She has resurrected. He said the darkness cannot overshadow the light. The light must shine. The hour has come that the children of light will shine, that the whole world may see the light of the Almighty Creator. I be said we're fearless. Biafrans, we are priceless. Don't you know, yeah, we united. Can't you feel in the future is brighten? Got nation overhauling. The whole world is on notice. The genocide, what could stop us? What the man would do was a warlord. Stop the genocide and save us. The whole world on the level scale. Can't you break loose and you fix it? It's swords, we are fish on the pond. They don't know we are sharks of the ocean. Giving up, it's a scene. So you must quechiri, so quechiri go.
Omu Chineke kwechirigo, aye kwechirigo. Omu Chineke kwechiri. We are coming from the land of rising sun. We can never rest until Biafra is restored.
Obi Chuku, Omu Chineke sukola. Aye sukola, Omu Chineke sukola. Obi Chuku, Asaku Meja.
A cikin littafi suke sura 22 ayar 30 yace na abuwa neman mutum guda daya daga cikin wanda zai tsaya gyarta ganuwa shi tsaya a wurin taguwa a gabana domin ceton kasan kada in halaka ta amma ban samu ba. Allah mu yana nima wanda zai tsaya wannan zuwa sai Allah mu yana nema wanda zai tsaya wannan watakila kene, watakila keje. Alamu yana nema, wanda zesaya wana. Alamu yana nima o, wanda zesaya wana surwasi. Alamu yana nema, wanda zesaya wana surwasi. Watakila kene, watakila keje. Alamu yana nema. Wanda sisaya mana sarawasi. Ina kuke masu biyesu na dia nasarwa. Nace kufaka daga barci ku lokaci yayi. A cikin littafi Ishaya sura 60 aya 1 yace tashi ki bada haske gama hasken ki yazo. Daraja Ubangiji kuma ya hau bisa kai an juje mu. Masu biyesu na dia nasarwa. Asaloce masu biyesu na dia nasarwa. Menene ya saba masu bibi ya zama shugaba. A cikin littafi Nehemiya sura 2 aya 17 yace sa'annan nace musu kun gan masifa da muke ciki wurin sharima ta zama kufai kamar yadda kuma sun ci wuta ku zo bari mu gina ganuwan wurin sharima domin kada mu kara zama abin zagi. Haka nan ne ma ina ce ma masu bi na jihar Nasarawa da cewa ku zo mu gina ganuwa masu bi a jihar Nasarawa domin kada mu zama abin zargi. Allah ya aike ni gare ku cewa wa zai tsaya tsakanin domin mu gudanar da wannan aiki. Menene yake hana mu zama gwamna a jihar nan? wanasrosti alamu yanalema wanda sesaya wanasrosti watakila kene watakila kete alamu yanalema wanda sesaya wanasrosti alamu yananima wanda sesaya wanasrosti alamu yanalema wanda sesaya wanasrosti watakila kene watakila kete alamu yanalema wanda sesaya wanasrosti. Your country is desolate, your cities are burned down with fire, your land strangers devote it in your presence, and it is desolate as overthrown by strangers. Oh, Christians of our dear state, what a shame to Christendom. Masubiti yanazarwa inakuti Sarakuna masubi inakuti Igbo Christians inakuti Alabo Christians inakuti Nache Madam Christian inakuti Nache Bandara Christian inakuti Oh Mikili Christian inakuti Nache Bagi Christian inakuti Nache Yamba Christians inakuti Nache Christians inakuti Nache Nakatu Christians inakuti Nache Chili Christians inakuti Nache Kambari Christians inakuti Nache Ibara Christians inakuti Muzomu hadake Alamu yananima wanda zetaya wanasrosti alamu yananima wanda zetaya wanasrosti watakila kene watakila kete alamu yananima wanda zetaya wanasrosti alamu yananima wanda zetaya wanasrosti alamu yananima wanda sesaya wanasrosti watakila kene watakila kete alamu yanalema wanda sesaya wanasrosti. A cikin littafin makoki sura 5 aya 1 zuwa karshe yace ya ubangiji ka tuna da abin da ya same mu ka duba ka gan zargin da ake yi mana ana bada gadon mu ga baki gadaje mu kuma ya ga mutane wadansu kasashe marayu ne mu marasa uba iyayenmu gamraye ne mun sayi ruwa shan mu da kudi itacen mu sai da kudi ake samu wadanda suka runtume mu sun kama mu a wuya mun gaji babu hutu mun bada gari ga masarawa ga asiriyawa kuma domin mu sami abinci da za ya ishe mu ubani mu su yi zunubi ba su sai kuma mun dauke alhakin laifinsu bayin suna mulkin mu ba mai ceton mu daga hannunsu da hasarin ranmu muke samu abincin mu saboda takobin mutanen jeji fata mu ta babake kamar tandaru saboda zafin zazzabi na yunwa suka bata mata cikin Siyona yan mata mu kuma cikin biranen Yahuda aka rataye hakime da hannuwansu aka ci fuskar da tibai mawakiyar karfi suka dauki dutse nika yara suna faduwa a karkashin kayan itace da tibai sun kare a kofofin gari babu sauran samari da yake yin waka murna zuciyarmu ta kare rawan mu ta koma makoki Allah mu yana nima Allah wanda zai sanya wannan ruwa Allah mu yana
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great dear friends and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra Hausa service coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi, Jonathan Chinedu from Olu province of Biafra land. We are here live and direct. Today is the 6th day of December in the year of our Lord 2021. I welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers, welcome your siblings, even your enemies, to this hallowed platform of Radio Biafra Hausa service. Because this is where we preach the gospel of liberation, the gospel of freedom, the gospel that humanity might be free. The only criteria you need is to come here with a dose of your common sense. Common sense. That is what matters. Because without common sense, you might not understand, you might not catch up with what we are doing. Because here we are simply factual. We are apolitical. We don't massage words. We don't try to be politically correct. Our leader is Mazi Nnamdi Okuchukwu Kanu, who is in the enemy territory. But make no mistake about it, our leader must be released. It doesn't matter the opposition from the northern, what do they call them? The northern coalition or the Fulani Caliphate. That is not our problem. Our leader must be released because he was extraordinarily renditioned from Kenya. That covers every other thing. Our leader was illegally taken, kidnapped from Etebe into a country that he is not holding their passports. Therefore, those that are calling for, give Mazi Nnamdi Kanu amnesty, forgive him, you are simply ignorant. Because it's him that should be begged to forgive Nigeria. I'm telling you honestly. His human rights was infringed. Our leader is in the DASS custody, which is even illegal. It's illegal. Despite court orders, you know, Nigeria, they don't even obey their own laws. That is where everything is wrong. Nigeria, they don't even obey their own laws. Now you tell me, how can that type of country progress? You want to enforce law to other people, to the masses, but even the government is lawless. How can it be? How do you think that things will go well in that type of country? When the courts that should be, you know, the last hope of a common man, that should be respected in a place they call a democracy, they don't obey their laws. They don't obey the court orders. Now tell me what should be or what should be obeyed. What is the need of even going to the court? Presenting our leader to Abuja court just for a show, shenanigan. That is why I say, you see this useless type of democracy that is imposed on African countries by the Europeans. I'm telling you, it is a way the Europeans are using in order to keep Africans continuing in a cycle of imbecility, cycle of foolishness, cycle of ignorance, and cycle of underdevelopment. That is the only thing. Because what people understand, what Africans understand by democracy is only electioneering. give us a presidency, your PVC, to rig and to just be in charge of the treasury so that you can loot. That is only what matters to them. They don't understand that the democracy, there is a discipline in democracy. Black Africans have never attained that level of discipline in order to enter into a real democracy. It is a fact. It's a fact. All they are doing is, just do it like that, manage it, management. Whereas the Europeans, the colonial masters, the neo-colonialists are using this type of government in order to impose on their colonies, on them, to impose on them their wish and loot them dry in the name of a democracy. That is a shenanigan. Our leader must be released. His renditioning, or his being renditioned into Nigeria, has no legal backing. It's illegality. A country should not profit from its own illegality, from its own wrongdoing. A government should be responsible. That is why it's a government. A government should not be acting like aburo, touts. It's impossible. Now it's no more a government. Once a government is there, they should now be responsible and obey their laws and be guided, as they also enjoy the international law on sovereignty. They should also be guided with the same international law concerning their codes of conduct. But Nigeria neither obey all these things. Therefore, before I continue, let us pray. And I will play our leader's prayer, please. I will invite our leader to pray for us.
For God in heaven, Almighty Creator, the ancients of the ancients, the maker of the heavens and the earth, you created everything that the mind of a living soul can imagine, but none created thee. That is why we say you are immortal, you are invisible, you are omnipotent. This very God that every generation who has ever had the grace of knowing thee have always testified to your goodness. That is the same God that we kneel and bow before. This God is our refuge and our strength, a very present help, even in this time of Janjaweed trouble, even in this time of Fulani rage and terrorism. Therefore we shall fear no evil. This IPOB shall fear no evil. Even if the whole world is against us, even if Britain intensifies their effort to cross this very light of hope in sub-Saharan Africa, even though they shake the mountains, even though the seas may rise, even though they may give all the weapons and ammunition to the Zoological Republic, no matter what they do, no matter how they foment their rage, it doesn't matter to us. For God, Chukokika Biama, is in the land of Biafra. We shall never ever be moved. This God of the ancients will help us now and forevermore. For Biafra shall come, and this Lord of hosts is with us. Chukwokika Biama, the same God of Jacob, this same God of Shadrach and Meshach and Abednego, this same God is our refuge, and we proclaim it unashamedly that this God that we kneel and bow before, we shall worship thee. For Biafra is your promise, your word is yea and amen. Instead of your word not to come to pass, heaven and earth will cease to exist. Upon this very hope we anchor all our belief that Biafra shall come in our time, and we pray that it come this very year, that your glory may be made manifest in the lives of men, that we may kneel and bow before thee. Nyahan soro tutonan soporo ne jamani bisiala chineke na keprumi yenide ko tutoni ne wedrigeze tenso ubrama wombani ne bigebe.
He said. Once again, welcome back. This is Radio Biafra Hausa service coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. Today is the 6th of December in the year of our Lord 2021. We are here live and direct. Today is going to be somehow interactive, where I will just open my lines. There is a question I will ask. I want us to put mouth, because sometimes when you're thinking about it, it makes you go crazy. So we should be, it's a big deal. What really went wrong with us as a people? That is the question for tonight, please. What really went wrong with us as a people? Because there is something terribly wrong. It is a fact. When you look at the events, when you look at the chain of events happening in our lives as a people, if you don't know that there is something really wrong, you are, which means you are not a normal human being. Something is terribly wrong. We are in a country whereby we are being killed with impunity. Do you understand? Our properties destroyed without question. No person speaks for us. Really do something for us. Instead, we are wailing all the time. That is why I put the question to the air. Please, I throw it. What really went wrong with us as a people? We are, somebody, a so-called elder, Ezefe, he says Igbos will kneel, prostrate, beg for 2023 presidency. Let me read it a bit, please. Because after I will open the line, so that I want Biafrans, I want people to contribute, to call in and talk. It will be interactive. Sometimes I will interject and also make a point, or redirect, or ask questions whenever you call. So if you are if you are defending a point, make sure, expect, even if I can interject and ask question, or also make a contribution in your own contribution. So that is interactive session. As I said, let me read this. This is something horrible, because I know other platform broadcasters have also been reading it, because this is highly horrible. These people are putting us into more chains. A former governor of Anambra State, Chukwuemeka Ezefe, has said that the Southeast was ready to kneel down, even prostrate, and beg in order to get the opportunity to become Nigeria's first president come 2023. Do you see? After I will play a clip before, I think Mazi played part of that clip during his own time, but I will play it fully before I open the lines. That we are ready to kneel down, prostrate, in order to get Nigerian president, become Nigerian president, Igbo presidency 2023. Are you understanding? Are you hearing me? As if I say this at the United for Better Nigeria Initiative National Convention in Abuja on Saturday. The news agency of Nigeria reports that the elder statesman, that is it, elder statesman, said it was the right time for Ndibo to produce the next president of the country. He, however, pointed out that the presidency is not given to anyone, but people have to work and show that they really merit the position. Ezefe noted that one of the ways to put a Southeasterner in power come 2023 was for the region to swallow its pride and start begging every other region for the presidential seat. You know, I know you people must be slaves. So I found the Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, and other groups in this place talking about the need for federal character. If you do it that way, there will be unity. If there is fairness, equity, justice, you will have unity and progress. What is unity when you are begging in your own country? When you are begging, what is that fairness and unity? You know, these people, they contradict themselves. That is why I abhor them. You know, hatred is a little word. I abhor them. These are the problems we are having as a people. Now, that is why I put that question in general. What really went wrong with us as a people? Because there's something terribly wrong, honestly speaking. When in a country you call your own, you call yourself a citizen, now you have to be begging for everything. I will put this clip, and it will touch somewhere about it, about begging. And you see that all we have been living in Nigeria is these people all is begging, prostration, begging. That is why, you know, whenever I used to castigate and blame Nnamdi Azikiwe, do you understand? Let me come. I want somebody also that could call to argue what I used to say about Azikiwe. You know, we used to see on social media where Nnamdi Azikiwe was standing up with his head straight, shaking the Queen of England. Whereas Ahmad Bello and Awolowo, they were shaking with two hands, even prostrated, bowing down. And I said, if Azikiwe is a visionary, is a real politician, politicizing for the betterness of his people, he would have prostrated that time so that we will never prostrate again in Nigeria. Do you understand? I don't know, many people, I don't know whether people understand what I mean. He would have prostrated that time just for eye service, because that is politics. You know, the clip I want to play is in Igbo language. Sorry for those that I couldn't hear Igbo, but you might ask people to interpret it for you, because the man made many points there. Azikiwe should have prostrated that is eye service. That is politics. You know, when people talk about politics, life is about politics. We say, oh no, we are this politician, we are not politicians. Yes. Yes. You can say we are not in Nigerian politics. Yes, you're right. But what we are doing is political. It's a political movement, whether you like it or not. Our people used to mix all these things. No, I'm not a politician. We are not playing politics. No, you are wrong. Say we are not playing Nigerian politics. That is the right word or the right sentence. Organization of people is politics in itself. You understand? Sometimes you know, when you talk about what makes Spain a great country, organized, Italy, all this words, is their politics. In Nigeria, they are not playing politics. What they are doing is criminality. If people used to mix the word politics, you know, it's naivety, ignorance, and misunderstanding. It is with politics that America become the world power and still maintains it. Don't you understand that? The organization of people all over the world in a movement, a global movement of IPOB, it's politics. Politics is involved. Don't you understand that? Even in your family, arranging your family, arranging your children, your wives, your husband, your siblings. You play politics. Don't you understand that? Do you understand that? When your child will come and complain against another, oh, his senior, or his junior, he do this, daddy, I will beat him, we'll fight. You use politics. Because all are your children. You arrange the whole thing amicably where all of them feel accommodated. It's a kind of politics. Don't you understand that? But when we hear politics, it seems as if it's a demonic word. No! For goodness sake. Here, let us be understanding little things that matter. Little, all these people we call politicians in our land, both of them, this and that, make as if they are not politicians, they are simply greedy criminals. It's not politics they are playing. You play good politics for the benefit of your people. When France is, looting the Francophone country, 14 Francophone countries, $500 billion every year. It's politics. Is it not true politics? But they are doing it for the benefit of their people. When Donald Trump came out and said, America first, if you have to decide issues between an American and a non-American, they will you find a way in order to favor the American. It's politics, but to favor their citizens. That is what we should understand. Let us stop talking as if politics is a very bad thing. No, it is not. What we are doing is political. We don't play politics with truth. That is the reality. But what we are doing, organization, everything we are doing, it is political. So that is it. All these people you see, what they are doing is they are playing to their selfish interests. It is not politics for the people. They are playing politics, they are selfish politics for their betterment, for them, only them, their children, them only. What benefits them? Tell me, what is the advantage of a presidency? What is the advantage? Good luck, Jonathan was a president for how long? Is it 6 years or 7, if I'm not mistaken? Tell me one thing. Tell me one major thing that Otuoke, his own community got from him. Just got, that they enjoy. Okay, our son was a president. Tell me in the old Eastern region, what? Just tell me what. Instead, he continued appeasing the caliphate, because as I told you yesterday, the caliphate is the owner, the runner of Nigeria. They are in charge of every other indigenous people's destiny. Whether you are the president is your father, it doesn't care. They control it from the background. They control you from the background. Good luck, Jonathan was here. He built how many hundreds of schools, Amajiri schools, well equipped. Whereas in his own town, no, he didn't build no single block. What is the need of the presidency? When you enter there as a president now, your eye, they will open. They will bring the book of Revelation. Jackass and hyena will come, both physically and spiritually, to tell you. British agents will come, American agents will come. They will tell you the reality. Fulani Caliphate will bring them to tell you, we are the sideline before, now this is the reality. You must dance to our tune, otherwise you will not be here. And you will be suffering inside. You will come to the camera and be laughing, be smiling, pretending to smile. That is how it goes. Therefore, presidency does not matter. Obasanjo was a president for 8 years, from 1999 to 2007. Is the Dudu One Nation, are they not agitating? Are they not agitating? Instead, what Obasanjo did was to, formalize Nigerian membership into OIC. Go and research what I'm telling you. What other direct Fulani Caliphate presidents and heads of state could not do because of opposition from other population, the Christian population and non-Muslim population. Now they use Obasanjo. Obasanjo entered there. It's your brother. You use that sentiment. Oh, it's my brother now. It's my brother. But you go, they direct him what to do from the background. The caliphate that owns your, that directs your, in charge of your destiny, told him first, now this is the time, formalize Nigeria membership into OIC. And he did it. Without everybody now mention, because you know, per se he's a Christian. He's a non-Muslim. He's a Satan, a Yoruba man for that matter. So you cannot accuse the caliphate and say they are doing it. That is direct colonization or neo-colonialism, local neo-colonialism by the caliphate. Do you understand? So this presidency garbage is rubbish. They want to use this to seal our fate, to seal our destiny in the hands of the caliphate forever. But it will never happen. Even the Fulani, they are not stupid to even give any person, apart any other indigenous problem, even if it's in the north, Kanurio, any person to give him presidency. Let them hold it. If they venture try to give it to another tribe, if Nigeria exists in 2023, Fulani, what they did, the whole Fulani they brought it from. Let me tell them so that they know. The whole Fulani they brought in from all over Africa. They will ransack and pursue them. They don't know the type of hatred in the minds of, in the hearts of every indigenous population in Nigeria, both north and south. I'm telling you honestly. So they know. They will not make that mistake. They will not. If they do it, it's a very strategic mistake for the Fulani. No matter what, that they will direct the person from behind, but their people will now retaliate against the Fulani everywhere. Let me tell them. So Igbo presidency doesn't change nothing, only that name. They want to use it in order to showcase to the world that, oh, now we are no more marginalized. Look at the and to whose advantage? They will, that presidency, that Igbo presidency, let's assume Igbo president, is there now, he will work for the North more than ever. Do you understand? If you talk, they kill you. He will give orders, shoot at, kill any person that do them in Biafra land. Because who will you shout to? If you talk internationally, they say, but who is the president? They say, oh, it's an Igbo man, it's your brother. What are we doing? So they want to seal our faith. This is purely evil and demonic. The plan these people have is evil and demonic. Do you understand? Let us forget about sentiments. Sentiments has put us into many rigorous problems. We are highly sentimental animals. We should know how to control our sentiments. Hey, it's our brother now. You need to calculate what they want to do, the resultant effects in future. Not that thing that is happening now. Just calculate the future. Let me continue reading. In the absence of those, you see where we are now. It is not a matter of to give us president. We don't give. You have to work for it. The Igbo does not prostrate. Igbo does not prostrate, yes. But why is he now urging Igbos to prostrate? Prostrate, just to get the Igbo presidency. The Igbo man does not kneel down, but this time we are prepared to kneel down to every part of Nigeria. Every group, every ethnic group in Nigeria, we are prepared to even prostrate because we believe in this country. Do you see how demonic these people are? That is why I asked this question today. What really went wrong with us as a people? I had when somebody asked during Mazi Peter's program, he said, do we have a different Igbos? Today, I want to hear, I don't want to just talk. I want to hear from people. What do you think that is wrong? Now they answered him. They say, go prostrate to Nnamdi Kanu. We can't be deceived. The Northern Coalition reply says even. And that is true. The coalition of Northern Group has dismissed a remark by Chukwuemeka Ezife. Former governor of Anambra said that the Southeast is prepared to kneel and prostrate to beg other regions to support their presidential ambition in 2023. I don't want. They tell him, go and bow down. Don't come to us. You see, when I watch that picture, all those pictures, they will say they will wear the Queen of England. I think in 1950s, either 56 or something like that, before independence, when she came to Nigeria. They show. Once I have commented in that, I say, look, because our people comment with the sentiment. They show the 3 photos. Ahmad Bello was shaking Queen of England with 2 hands, bowing his head. The other photo shows Awolowo doing the same thing, bowing down his head. Now you see Zeke standing up as an disobedient child with 1 hand stretching. Queen, you didn't think that they remark all this. They say, okay. Is it not better for Zeke to just bow down for eye service? I say, if it's people that knows how to play politics, do you know what will have happened? If it's me, I see you at that initial time. I know that we are just apprentice that is, being freed by the Oga. Now you want to show your Oga that you never even reach anything. You are looking for freedom. And the person, instead of showing to the world that I am obedient to, if I see Ahmad Bello with 2 hands, this one with 2 hands, bow down, I will prostrate and kiss the feet of the queen. Say, please, I'm obedient servants. You see people, I saw people, I read people's comments, because that is where I always go. I read people's comments. Yes, you see, we don't prostrate, and this and that. People are, yes, that's it. And I said, where are you today? Where are you? Are you not prostrating? Are you not prostrating? The clip I played the day before yesterday, when one guy was giving an account in Owerri of how SARS were, killing people, how they stopped them and for nothing. And they showed them their car full of blood that they waste Imo youths anyhow. The other is from the governor. Kill them. And the guy was now giving instruction in the clip. I didn't finish it. He said, if this SARS stop you, be polite, anything they tell you do, if it's money, give them or anything so that you will live. Is it not a prostration, more than prostration? Was something that Azikiwe would have done at that initial time in just eye service to show to the world that, we are even more obedient than these people, so use us. Give us everything. We will be more than them. We will obey you more than them. You give, I will play that type of politics. Do you understand? You show humility. But right from the beginning, you never learn anything. Say we don't prostrate. But today, are we not prostrating? Are we not? You want to change dollars? You travel. They are waiting for you. You must come to prostrate. Alhaji, how far now? Dollar how much? You tell you say dollar na so I go change them. You have to change it. You have to prostrate. That is prostrate. It's more than prostration. You're moving on the road. You see one caliphate boy say, hey, stop. It doesn't matter now if they see you with big car. You see, I have a friend that he told me that if he he's going to the zoo. I told him be careful. He said if he go, he will not even, he will be wearing a kreka. They will be entering Okada. He will even park. He will not even, no person will even know that I say, you see, is it life? Are we not prostrating now? Is it not prostration? Tell me. That is why I asked this question. What really went wrong? I want to hear from people. What do you think that really went wrong with us as a people? When we're supposed to do something, play politics, we couldn't. I use those sentiments. Like what I also said yesterday. When we're supposed to even save Kensaruwa, in order for future unity. Only that action would have unified us without even us preaching now. But I will sentiment. Not the original plan, let me tell you. When Israel was the Zionists, it started in Russia. And Russia, as of that time, USSR was a core enemy of capitalist country, that is America, the two superpowers. So Russia supported the Jews to go back Aliyah, the Exodus, down to their land, so that they will establish a communist country in the midst of other Arab countries that are being supported by America, by the US. That is the original plan. And that is why most of the Jewish that returned the first time they were from Russia. Make your researches. It's history. Because you don't study history, that's why. Now, when they went, Russia played a very big role also, helped them, equipped them. When they established in 1948, now the Jews have to, chart their paths, their own paths. When you are looking for something, you can even go to the devil and get help. That is it. You can do anything. That is one thing people don't understand. People suppose Rema. Now, when Israel was recognized in 1948 as a sovereign country, they now gather the think tanks. They gathered and started charting path for Israel. They say, okay, between communism and capitalism, who owns the future? Now I said, look, Russia help us, so we are Russians, but the future belongs to capitalists. So they started trying to find a way in order to hook America, to gain their support, to gain their trust, because America didn't even trust them. They said these are a bunch of communists. Until a time came in 1960s during the Vietnam War. During the Vietnam War, there is one MiG fighter of Russia that played a very key role in Vietnam against America. That time, Russia was the king of the air. Their MiG fighter, MiG jet, was the best. It has no match. It shoots down American jets like like a balloon. So America was worried how they want to lay their hands on one of the MiG fighters of Russia, so that they can learn the technology. Do you understand? That is when Mossad, they say this is our chance to gain American trust. America didn't even refer them as people to. They used to, CIA they don't share nothing with them. They don't have anything to do with them. They're just looking at them as Russians. What I'm telling you, go and make your researches. It is reality. The Mossad, very new secret service, but they had advantages. That is why when you turn your disadvantages into advantage, if Biafra comes, let me tell you, we will have the best network of intelligence all over the world. I say, if not the best, one of the best. I'm telling you. Because which language in this world you will not see a Biafran speaking it? Born there, born Biafran there. It will be to our advantage. That is what helped the Mossad. Do you understand? The Mossad, you have Arab Jews, you have they are Arab, they speak the language of the population inside the population. Now they have to use, they turn it into assets. What was in Biafra land? If Biafra come today, if you come to Biafra land, there is no race in this world you will not see in our land. Because you see our children, you will see, if you have green color, you will see them. You red color, you will see them. Ebony black, you see them. White, you see, speaking different, all the languages in this world. Is it not going to be an asset? Mossad used it. They contacted CIA and said, look, that thing you are looking for, Shokoto, we get them for here. We can give you that MiG. CIA said, look, stop bluffing. They even, when you are perceived the enemy is contacting you, you are highly careful and alert. Say, what is this people talking? This bunch of communists, is it their new idea? Their new plan in order to get one thing or the other? There is something behind what they are saying. Mossad said, we are not hiding anything because we can get you MiG. Only if we get you, what are you going to do? He said, get it first. And through Iraq, an Iraqian pilot. It's a long story. To cut it short, the Mossad called the CIA, said the eagle has landed. Come here in Tel Aviv. The thing is here in the tarmac. An operation that nobody knew, only the Prime Minister of Israel and the head of the army. Two of them only knew about this operation. It was so shrouded in secrecy because they know that their future belongs, the future of Israel, their life belongs to it. That is politics. When you understand the importance of a strategy you are in or you want to engage, you will play it. Politically, you will do it in a way that even you overdo it. And in few minutes, the CIA technician engineer was inside the MiG. They couldn't believe it. They say, how do you do this? They say, check how we did it, it doesn't matter. That one is a story for another day. That is where America cemented their relation. Cemented it with Israel till today. So when Azikiwe was standing up, 1956, shaking Queen of England, that made him to go their school in America. He wanted to become a president. He stood up so that generations coming will be bowing down to the caliphate. Had it been he bowed down to Queen of England in the camera, in the public, to pretend, there is a way you do eye service now. Hey, before hey, sorry sir, sorry ma, ma, eye service, you play it, they will say, okay, this is how these people are, so we can trust them. But he allowed others to outsmart him. That is why I am asking, what really went wrong with us as a people? How we behave, why, the way we behave. What is the real problem? Our political elites are always playing down on our bad situation. Why are we in this type of mess, and most of us still couldn't join hands for us to do something about our messy situation? Instead, you see some people calling, telling, how people should do this. I know the key. You will come, I lead you, I will tell you how. And you are looking at these people. Our people are dying. Our houses are being destroyed with impunity. What is really wrong? We are killed and our property is destroyed with impunity. What is really wrong? Lekki Beach massacre was investigated. Albeit political, it doesn't matter, it's a political investigation, yes. But it ricocheted all over the world. But the massacres in other places, such as Obibo, is never mentioned. As if our lives our lives don't matter. Instead, you see Ohanes Ndibo going on a fact-finding mission led by Naiwood and the governors. They went to Wike direct and started singing for him. Naiwood, now, can you hear the wrong with us? Clapping for people killing us, Okay, are we normal human beings like others? When you are looking at this, Obi now worry. So what is happening? What really went wrong with us as a people? This is a question I'm asking. Do you understand? Police checkpoints everywhere that resulted in the killing, in the death of according to the person videoing it, he said 200 lives lost at the police checkpoint. And the police, they just ran away. In our land, all these things are happening. They are taxing us. We pay more on electric we didn't consume. In our land, everything we pay more. Look at Christmas time is coming now. Everything is high. Look at the flight fare. It's higher in our land. What is really happening? What really went wrong with us as a people? When you are looking at all this, some people are comfortable answering Okome 1, Akunesio Bike 1, Odomo 1, and Dibona Kaduna, which he was kidnapped, maybe by now killed. We know him, Shehu Sani raised a lamb because maybe he's a personal friend. Do you know how many of our people that are being slaughtered by all these terrorists, they call bandits, every day in the north? Our people know how to keep quiet. I know only we exhibit that we vengeance against our own people. That is only what matters. All this taxation, police checkpoints you pay, we don't benefit anything from a country that they need us, but they don't need us. No benefit from Nigeria. Instead, you hustle, they make sure that you pay Do you understand that taxation, unjust taxation by the British Empire is one of the causes of American Revolution? Do you understand that? Of 1773 to 1783. Do you understand that? Unjust taxation. It was when British Empire started the taxes stamp. They call it Greenville stamp tax. Stamp tax. Taxing the colonies in order more. No, they said no. In order to sponsor the lives of a Queen of England in faraway England, these people say no. Americans say no. We cannot continue like this. Bamboo monkey they walk, bamboo they chop. For what? For what? So they say no. But we have been undergoing this. We are paying. You see, our people hustling. They will go to school, pay. People will sell land. Their parents, families will sell land, sell properties in order to send their children to school. After schooling, nothing. Now they will go to help themselves, take Okada or Keke Napep on hire purchase to help themselves. Still on the road, you must pay. You know, we continue, enduring all this. Which kind of people are we? What really went wrong? That is the question I want to ask. Before I go on, let me play this clip, please. It's in Igbo language. Listen. It's what's it? But we must listen. Listen to it, please. Listen. It's in Igbo language. I want you to listen.
PM gwam not again on a phone concerning issue a brief on everything. Animal all of that. I'm sorry for that. Concerning issue in Lagos, a place called Abulado. Anakbosi unondi bodia. Akutusi unoha. I make one few calls. Kamari uno dona FHA. Never no dona ekwesi hello no dia. The nundi bojeje kosia na kwa ani so
you hear what he's saying? Where our people's this thing houses we are destroying in Abulado, that our people they told our people that place is meant for something at the original time. And they believe that money is everything. Is one of the fundamental faults of an average Igbo man today. He believed that with his money he can buy Nigeria, he can get anything. But they don't, that's why, I used to call our people primitive. We have primitive mindset. Only IPOB came to open our eyes. Very primitive. They said, no, nothing mega now. Let's go. We can bribe them into submission. We can bribe them. Don't worry. Nah, you move. Anything, just talk to them. When the people tell you the original town planning, that in the next 20, 30, 40 years, this is what is going to be here. You say, let us, this place is the Kwanama, can use ego, money power. And when you come with money power, the owners of the land, they will say, okay. And they will say, let's pretend and collect their money. When the time reaches, we destroy them. What will happen? Is government. We are the government. They will only cry. They say, okay, bring money. They have agreed. Okay, contribute money so that we go beg the governor, so that the governor will change the itinerary, the planning, that is no more going to be industrial area or this. It will give to you people. After all, we are one Nigeria. Say, no. you bring 100 million. Tax, when you're 100 million, people will contribute 100 just to agree or to change. They will collect it and laugh. They couldn't first. Now, if it's like this, continue selling. They will be selling their land. Nah, you don't know. Nah, nah, nothing mega. Waiting. Oh, that's why today I want people to talk, please. What really went wrong in our life or with us as a people? Continue listening.
The only thing about what I'm here now, also maybe contact how we make it stop her. But make us say one at this thing, say go.
Now no more money. Money can no more deal with it. Now I chose your power as a rock. Now with the now we went to contact minister of now you see lost tribe, lost people. Yeah, make and name we after you call. Now we are wise. We are shut up, man. Shut up. Shut up. Continue listening, please.
So many times warning concerning all this issue. Coach and Igbo by the Eguana Banaketa. Problem on the Igbo web na how will ego meluchi. Ihe niile bụ ego. I had her political in life. Abụrụ ọbụla adịghị political in life enweghị ebe ha ji azụ eje.
Are you hearing this man? This man analyzed us as a people. We are not political in life. Any people that are not political, they are not going anywhere. If you want to be the richest people, be the people that are hustling more, talented, without politics, nothing. You are not political. You are nothing. Because that money you made, is it not what is that his name? The one that the EFCC invited. Now about the internet and they video, you will hear something this man said here. They didn't invite him, and you know how much he paid or he's still paying? Billions. Only one Almajiri will just sign and say, now go bring me that man. Wait. Now, or the carrier here on internet. I beg you, bring him, tell him AFCC. They go bring him. Now he will settle with billions. You pay them your money, and under 1 second they make money that you hustled for more than 20 years to make. And they will take it because they are political. You are not. Continue listening.
I have confused people on the political in life. Average only Igbo ọbụla believe in ego bụ everything, ego bụ everything. So tribe anyị na-eme ya. Ihe akpọ onye Igbo asị nwanne gị nọ n'isi, si ya na ihe dị otu a stop one ya. Ikwucha ya ọkweghị, ọ pụọ n'azụ. Ọ sị na ị na-aghọrị ya aghọrị. Ị chọọ ka o mee investment n'ebe ya bụ tomorrow to make a sort big money. They went and be doing the things they want. Then when the problem comes, apokaseba na phone. Ka na-egbu ha na-enyere ha aka. Achi kuri ụnọ niile dị ebe a si kurie ya. Because unu stupid. Very.
Do you see why our leader have been insulting? We insult ourselves here to come out of stupidity. It is not out of hatred. It's just when you hear what this man is saying, he said we both are stupid. He's not doing it out of hatred because he's annoyed. When you look at how our people behave, you become highly annoyed, honestly. That is why we don't pity ourselves. We need to insult ourselves out of this mess we are. If it is insult that we open our head so that we understand what's up, we continue doing it. I don't blame this man. I don't know who he is. Continue listening.
Very stupid. Jidofo eze nwa Ogwasi honu ni ngwago unu maka concerning some of set up all these tribe and set benuna amaho. Let me tell you, all this Lagos unu na-ego na invest in the Igbo na alopia. Ebe ahụ na-ego ana sometimes jee na map allocation jụọ onwe gị kedu ebe ahụ area ahụ na-ego ana kedu ihe edebe ya for. A place called Amodofe ndị Igbo gorigo is an industrial area.
Do you see it? A place that they have bought. You know, like it has been gazetted as an industrial area. But you know, when our people go to ask, now can you sell all the, they'll tell you, no, it's well, they will continue pushing. Now, if it's money, don't worry now. The people we talk, they say, they talk among themselves, they say, no Bibo people, I beg, let's collect money. Let's be collecting their money. In the next 10 years, they will pay. Now, no be them want it. The way they insult our people. And we are also behaving like what they call us. I'm telling you, it is so annoying. That is why I am asking, what really went wrong with us as a people? We know more. I will not interrupt again, please. Let me continue. Let this clip continue.
In the year 2040, in the year 2035, the reason for federal government is concerning Han and Niger, because major of these people are actually Nigerians today migrated from Niger. Maybe see everything before the year 2035. Oh yeah, follow. Every politician knows about that. Oh yeah, Ethiopia. Major thing now Nigeria get income Ethiopia. Ono ni na unu na alụ na location ebe ndị Yoruba uno yedo tu aya there will be 6. Mgbe onye ọbụla ya azọba onwe ya. If possible, the year 2040 Nigeria cannot be one again. Then ọbụna ha ya abụ one nọrọ restructuring. State ọbụna ya wepụta laws ha. Ụlọ niile ahụ unu lụrụ na location ebe constitution kwuru na steeti na ebe a bụ industrial area. Ị ga-eluzi ya. When you hear about it, and the more cut here na the world, when you get PMA because now location could never be industrial area. Hamo mabunu kete could ne develop behanine because Hama now lost the tribe tribe ni nemoya. Onya Wosage Bulu Efi ofu ala hajine nwe 5,000 bia na Lagos lesia ya bikolegi na jena behaje debia. So business niile na happen na Igbo ndu Yoruba afọ ya na onwe onye Yoruba ya eje lụọ ụlọ na Igbo or mepe any business. Dangote cement the most too. Ebe ọ kacha ele afịa bụ na Eastern region na the whole Nigeria after Lagos. Eastern region. But no onwe ofu mkpụrụ warehouse nke o ji enwe depot any investment. The most richest man recorded in Africa. And we go from Oriana East. Obuno onye Igbo ka Dangote, each state obuno ọ ga-alụ ihe ha ka ofu nnekwu ahịa, ofu biggest depot. Awe na-etu ya afa. Ndị nzuzu. Awe na-etu ya nnekwu afa because we not political in life. Onwere ihe unu ma. You understand? He watch Dangote na afugo problem a na-enwe na Nigeria. We don't need investment and I invest in other African country. Now happen as a few in Nigeria. In case Nigeria crash, you can survive. Una had her political in life. You got to go. So now all you need receive. What do you make me makia? I just see uno nina adona bolado. Say kurisi hancha. Uno bo abolo na ezuzu unu nwere ana Igbo ya eme investment kedu ihe ma eji akwụrụ ndị Nnewi bụla afịa a na-azụ n'akụ niile dị na Naịjirịa bunata ya na be ha mee ya ọ bụla afịa obodo niile bịa ebe azụ bịa. Unu chọọ ka bụ unu dịka Lagos, unu bịa Lagos unu akpa ego na ana be ha buru ego ahụ unu kpatara na anapụ unu ọka obodo ma ihe si eme ihe na-edevelopụ gọọmenti na-achị opportunity a this young man a na-akpọ Soludo take over the power. Onye ọbụla egobe, onye ọbụla achọ ibi ebe ahụ, idebe ana nke a 500 million, idebe this area 1 billion naira. Life is politics.
Life is politics. Life is politics. Do you understand it? Life is politics. That's it. Arranging life. Your life in itself is politics. Your day-to-day activities. There are people you might be hating, you hate. But you are seeing them, you give them maybe you give them smile. Hi. But internally you know that either they are racist or they are wanting or the other, they don't like you, even you are being one of their neighbor. But you don't have, it's politics. You can't. How you doing? Politics. Continue listening.
Ani Igbo na onye nọ na Lagos na-anya isi nụ na na-ele ana na Anambra 1 billion. Ọma na Anambra esolukwana n'ihe a na-eme. And iru ebe ahụ gobo gọọmenti mee ya na onwe value in such a way even though na onye golo ani ahụ chọkwazịa ka ọ convert ya ani ahụ to cash. The government enye ani ahụ onwe value. Na ịchọkwa iwere ego social organization dị otu a ya elekwa ya nye gị ego ọ kwụọ gị ụgwọ. Make our home a better place. Unu ruo unu ana ekokosi ana ma ebe agwa unu go eme ebe agwa unu go unu ana ekokosi na-ele si no business na-alụ na-egolu na-ahapụ na-elekwa ihe niile unu na Lagos in the year 2040 unu you lose 70% of it. Mụọ na onwe mma unu lụrụ ụlọ almost 70% of ụlọ n'ụlọ bụ ebe kwụsị alụ na aka ụlọ ebe eme hospital ụlọ ya ụlọ ebe eme market ụlọ ya ụlọ ebe emere industrial area ụlọ ya ụlọ ihe unu na-ekwu n'ebe ahụ enwere industrial area bụ na ọkụ na-ada ebe 24 hours na ha na-use line a na-akpọ 33 but ejuzi onwe ike ihe eji mee ebe ahụ tinye special ọkụ ebe ahụ bụ ebe eme for industries. Tomorrow, the government will seize it. Seize here with a new policy. Has seize here. Ije court. Agwagan eba hello na abu heavy kwasi no industrial area. So that the whole land they are seized. Now you locate here for industry. That is how you need a loan. Ebeni na half yana yes he lose here. Unebebe na emebu unu bundibo. Benana gasana nibo. Ezigbo ani mekpochi mmiri. Some of you people biamunu na-ekwu na asị na unu mee investment na Igbo na unu ada anata ego ya na a na-akwụ n'ụgwọ ụlọ 300,000. So na mathematics unu agbakọzi na ije na Igbo gaa na 10 million wee lụsịa ụnụ ahụ wee nọrọ na 110 million ị na 1 million naira na first tax side or 1.3 million na first tax side ya no na anadia. Okay. Capital input to there both an amelo no will cost you 120 million and the 110 million. Then in our east, you go on 10 million, 15 million, 20 million. Well, no, when I cho Bako hiji rualu na everything on up 40 million or 60 million or 50 million. When I cho can at the same price. In an Navy invest in 120 million. If one is here, you have to check how much you invest. And your more competition now though is to become a very big place, investment, hotel, government is to put a develop this area and not less than 10-story building. Onwe to a city. Among me and the fault to see from individuals, see from government. people na-achị ya onweghị otu ọzọ esi eme siti amaghị m ihe na-eme anyị bụ ndị Igbo the fault si from individual si from government less than onweghị otu ọzọ esi eme siti amaghị m ihe na-eme anyị bụ ndị Igbo the fault si from individual si from government people na-achị ya onweghị otu ọzọ esi eme siti amaghị m ihe na-eme anyị bụ ndị Igbo the fault si from individual si from government people na-achị ya onweghị otu ọzọ esi eme siti amaghị m ihe na-eme anyị bụ ndị Igbo the fault si from individual si from government people na-achị ya onweghị otu ọzọ esi eme siti amaghị m ihe na-eme anyị bụ ndị Igbo the fault si from individual si from government people na-achị ya story building onweghị otu ọzọ esi eme siti amaghị m ihe na-eme anyị bụ ndị Igbo the fault si from individual si from government people na-achị ya less than 10-story building onweghị otu ọzọ esi eme siti amaghị m ihe na-eme anyị bụ ndị Igbo The fault is from individuals, from government. People on our chair. Ten-story building. Onwe otu ozi esi eme city. Amaghị m ihe na-eme anyị bụ ndị Igbo. The fault is from individuals, from government. People on our chair. Onwe otu ozi esi eme city. Amaghị m ihe na-eme anyị bụ ndị Igbo. The fault is from individuals, from government. People on our chair.
A technical problem, I'm resolving it. I cannot be picking people's calling me to alert me. I am seeing everything, please. We must continue. We must continue. Wait. When you are calling, you are also adding to the to the confusion. Please hold on. We must continue. Let me see. Yes, we are back. Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra Hausa service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. Today is the 6th day of December 2021. I understand that I have some technical issues. I was trying to rectify it. I have up to 20 calls at a time coming. Please don't call. I know when you are calling, you are even adding to the confusion. I know. So we must continue. Remember, I am talking about, we are in interactive session, which I will soon open the line. I want people to contribute in this interactive session. The question is, what really went wrong with us as a people? Owing to what is happening, owing to how we are behaving, as sheep without shepherd. This, oh, Chineke, just let me finish this, please. This, let me continue. Go on, listen.
The Sentinel Melundi Jewish. Mbaneji Hana, the whole Europe, everything. What happened to them? Ebeka is Ibuhan and the whole Europe. Now, Hanine. They now finalize and go home. They now become political in life. Hamari. If on Hamari, Keta Zabon, where no Lebehano today. Unubu abule mwa left and the right. Na ni bu unu melu na ego bụ ihe niile. Be na tribe niile na Nigeria eme ego bụ ihe niile. Obasanjo worth billions of dollars na akpụ isi ya na nye poor man na worth 50 million. Go and check. Otu aka ọ dị na north. Be na agbụrụ unu nwa bụ ndị Igbo si na ndị igwe dị na be ha na ha enweghị ego, si napụghị ya were enye ndị nwere ego. Egwu unu niile na-abụ egwu ego, itu afa. Nke a sị na afịa bụ flavor, tikwuo egwu, pụta na ajụ unu makwa ndị anyị bụ unu na-amani. Onye ka unu bụ? Gịnị ka unu bụ? Unu na-amagharị n'ime gwongworo na ime ahịa, nkanka ahịa alụsị, unu na-epigharị ya na-eme nwa nka nonsense importation a. Unu amụghọ na Hausa a plan communities na ọkwa ndị Igbo n'ọkwa ha nso na ayọ ha. Na one frustration will destroy everything, sir. Unu na-ezuzugharị ịmakwa ndị anyị bụ ajụọ gị isi obi kubana a na-akpọgasị afa ndị ụmụazị enweghị ofu mkpụrụ 1 naira ha ji onye na-ele biya palọ na-ele mmanya erite nri afụ ego o ji eri nri mkpọtụ ga-akarịa n'ịma dis crude oil Nigeria nwe a na-ele $65 to $70 per barrel nwee ndị na-agba every 1 week ọbụla ha na-amịpụ no less than 2 million barrels lee ya n'azụ tinye ego n'akpa ha nọ na Nigeria ka nkọbe n'ime ahụ.
Are you hearing?
Mmanya ahụ Obi Cubana na-ele na biya ọ na-ele unu ji afịa Obi Cubana emeso mkpọtụ imoni na-ayọ pepa eji agba ngwa ahịa ji ayọ mmadụ ịyọta pepa eji agba ngwa ahịa the same imoni unu na-eme mkpọtụ very lousy tribe ọyọta container oti profit wee rie o jide escort 1000 na-aga mgbe nọọ mmadụ na-eri ego niile terminals niile ahụ efuru nwee ndị ọ nọ nda ha na-eri ya ije yọọ kọstọm ka ịkwụọ 1 million naira irozazia nọ mmadụ na 1 million ahụ ịkwụ nwee onye nwe 600,000 ya nke ọzọ na-agazi tụrụ akpa federal gọọmenti ndị nzuzo ebe mmezi kwubedu maka ndị Igbo ka ebe mmezi kwubedu otu a mgbe ọbụla iwe emegidekwa yọgide ijekwa na ịma hapụ ndụ nke gị kịta kọọlụ niile na-afịa akpọba federal gọọmenti ka a stọpụọ emepụge kọnekshọn ka a stọpụọ na a na-akụrisi ụlọ ndị Igbo si kụrisie ha ncha unu ezuzugbugo onwe unu bịado na Lagos agola na lụọ ya 4 rooms 5 rooms 6 rooms bungalow mara ezigbo mma unu ya na inwe eme ha anaghị amụ na afụgo na agbụrụ onye Igbo ọbụla like comfortability lụsie ofu ahụ izuo ike were ego niile aje na Igbo na aghọghị ahịa ma ọ na lụbana ya onwe ebe ya bụ nluluo ya ateta na unu afụ na onwezi ebe dị ka ya na Nigeria. Dubai bido ya ana ha niile bụ desert ha mee meeting otu a na bidio today ọkwụwa niile abịaghị unu lụbapụ unu lụsibi ya ike with the help of the governors na-achị ha create a virgin land ha waa ụzọ ka osisi mee ebe niile mee ebe a hospital mee ya niile ka ọ ya dị lebe ana napụ villagers ị na-ele ana gọọmenti bịa na ya develop this area ha see mapụ ka ụlọ niile ya dị na this area ga-adị ha see mapụ ka ụlọ niile dị na this area ya adị ha negotiate with the villagers ndị obodo nwe ana na gọọmenti ya kwụ ha ọnụ otu a gọọmenti ejiri aka ha lee ana enwee organization na-afụ na master plan na ihe niile ekwudo otu a. That is how to build a city. Ebe skyscrapers ga-adị, ebe hospital ga-adị, ebe police station ga-adị, each close ọbụla close ịtọ ga-enwe ofu police station. All these things he put all things in place. Ebe ọbụla gasara agasa enwere ihe a na-enwe na ya na-enwe isi. That is why when Soniudo is coming, I enwe m ezigbo hope. Even though through my voice Soniudo ya mo na-ekwu, enwe m ezigbo hope ebe ọ nọ because akpọnya solution. Man, he must do something. It will plan Anambra State. Praise God. Onye nwa bata mgbe bank Nigeria gasara agasa mee ya today otu ọdụ mee ya na bank enwezi ike ifodu. So all these things ọ ga-put here in place. Ka unu natabịa invest ebe n'ala Igbo. Iji si ike lụrụ ebe ị ga-ebi ọ bụrụ ụlọ ana nke ị ga-anịnwu. Because ya na-achọ ịkọwara unu today na the year 2040. Unu bụ ndị Igbo ya afọ ihe unu mere onwe unu. Ọdụgo na gazeti, ọdụgo na master plan, onye ọbụla mụ ya. Onye Igbo ọbụla nọ n'ọkwa lụrụ Hausa nso, lụọ Yoruba nso, amaghị ihe a, o nwere ihe ọma a na-eme na gọọmenti. Ofeke ka onye ahụ bụ. So na ihe niile unu kwu na voice talk anọ nyọ ya ma eji sikwa ka nsendịkwara because mee nwefe mụ na unu ekwube na call. So unu malụ ụta dị unu mma unu eme marụkwa na amalụ na ya ha kụkpọsịa ya unu enuru bịa ha ya unu ekwuo na ha gwụ nnọọ 20 million or 30 million ka each plot ya unu kwụọ unu na-akwụ ụgwọ ahụ marụkwa na amalụ na the same issue meje kokpo ya kanokwa on ground change be na that area na was a resident area so that tomorrow you no see of so that tomorrow such thing will not happen again. They will just collect money from you people waiting for the time. Onye na-agwụ na Nigeria mecha piasa ihe jikọrọ Nigeria anyị nche ọnụ bụ na a na-amị crude oil. Hausa nwere a lot of resources but na envy ha eji hapụ crude oil bụ issue ha. When the crude oil cannot solve the problem of Nigeria, then ndị Igbo investment niile unu mere na the whole Nigeria unu ga-ebe akwụ ya. Mmee unu ya ebe akwụ ya.
A word is sufficient for the wise. What our leader have been crying, shouting, the question that I am asking today, what really went wrong with us as a people? Because it is not normal, the way we are behaving, what is happening, you know, it is all the kind one kind of more now as a people. And now worry. Look at what the man said, which is a big Kubana. You know, you can't have big name Chineke when I hear job. Onye nwete nwa obere ọ dịka ụwa niile ọnụ ya n'aka. Ndị Fulani ndị Hausa ji ego ha na-ele anya ha na-amụ silekwe na ndị ara. Ndị na every week 2 million barrels in their pocket. Pam. Money you cannot your so-called billionaire cannot get in 1 year. In 1 week they get it. But you see them very simple. They are using part of their money in order to finance lobby for their collective interests. When standing army, that is why when the Fulani, the only tribe that have without government, they have a standing military. In the whole of Africa, Fulani have military standby, their own military. That is why Sheikh Gumi tell you that when you tag these people as official proscribe them, you are opening the gate of they know where they are talking. He will just invite others, they are coming because they are in charge. After all, they are moving 18 billion naira every time from Nigerian banks. It's Nigeria, they are in charge. And I worry I mind in with one container. A tower container issue broken on this come. That's why I said let us come up from primitivity, please. Now they become primitive. We are still primitive. I just saw one in one WhatsApp group. You know, my number is in myriads of WhatsApp group. I don't even know who is putting me there. Sometimes I just browse. I just saw before coming on air. One man, I think he's living whether in the 30th or 40th floor. Whether I think in Canada or in America. He showed a video in saying, Beacon, what I want to ask is, there is this, I just wake up. I saw 3 birds, 4 birds in the balcony. Oh, when you been whether 40th floor. I saw these birds. My children is in the balcony of my children's room, and also I went to my room. Oh, behold, in my own balcony, is videoing it. The birds. Crow. This black bird they call crow. Very intelligent bird. I think 4 of them. Say, please, who knows the meaning of this? What does it signify? I don't know. I have captured the birds. I put them. I am keeping them. Who knows this? Please, the meaning of this. Let him tell me. I look at this man. Say, look at. Living in a developed society doesn't make you developed. You are still, go back to your primitive equatorial forest. It's where you belong. You are living in the 40th floor, obstructing the natural way of a root of the bed. You are asking. Now you see, one useless so-called cleric will call him, tell him, hey, this thing that happened. Hey, no, people know. They have come, bad people. And me pay your face in issue. Now, living in America or in any part of the developed world doesn't make you develop. Development, civilization is in the brain. I just wrote him because I was highly annoyed. I told him, do you know how many plane crash that birds have caused? When they spare the bed, because you are moving, it is their natural part. So what really went wrong with us as a people, for goodness sake? This is what I want us to put mouth, please. I want us to put mouth into this, please. I will open my lines now, but before I do that, I will go into just few minutes break so that because this thing, we need to talk about it. It's very deep. It's very deep. I'll be right back.
Garbe yabo, garbe dokaka. Garbe yabo, garbe dokaka. Garbe yabo, garbe dokaka. Receive the praise, receive the honor. Receive the praise, receive the honor. Oh, receive the praise, receive the honor. Receive the praise, receive the honor. Aha! Kabani lemi kyauta ni bembiya ba, kabani arziki ni bembiya ba, kabani ceto kyauta ni bembiya ba. Yesu nagode, nagode, Yesu nagode, nagode. Jesus, I thank you, I thank you. Jesus, I thank you, I thank you. Garbe yabo, garbe dokaka. Garbe yabo, garbe dokaka. Oh, garbe yabo, garbe dokaka. Receive the praise, receive the honor. Receive the praise, receive the honor. Oh, receive the praise, receive the honor.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra Hausa service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. Our lines are now open. Remember, I asked this question: what really went wrong with us as a people? I want you to call so that you can put mouth. Tell me what you think, because we should learn from each other. There is a problem, big one for that matter. It made our leader, when you understand all this problem, that there is a problem, it makes you restless. That is why our leader is there, because all he's seen is all these faults. That is why he wants solution. He wants us to proffer our solution, which is being on ourselves, being who we are, going back to, so that we arrange ourselves, because we are disarranged. What really went wrong with us as a people? You can call us now on direct line +1 213 328 6224. +1 213 328 6224. WhatsApp and Signal line +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. I have a caller, please. First caller on direct line, please make it worthwhile. Caller on direct line, hope or when or what I said, please go on, please. And people should be very brief. Highest 4 minutes. Go on, please. Mazi,
Jonathan, our spiritual heritage was destroyed. That is why our head is scattered.
Okay.
Jonathan, imagine pretend bringing their own way of life and their religion to us. And we are here speaking but what does it mean? Fighting every ancestral spirit, and then I had to pay the poor. Fighting every marine spirit, and then the poor. I'm not Jonathan. I feel no, not here to that man that saw that bird. If that man is a Biafra, let him be one thing in mind. To go to Canada, I want him to join IPL immediately and to make let his heart be as white as I want because to go to Canada, I want to show him something. When I first messaged the man that the program, the bird was it's the creation of God Almighty. He uses anything to do whatever he wants. Let me understand. You see that clip that you played? Check it out. How you feel not our leader. But then there's nothing. Let's pray in heaven. That is not that. No creation of the creation that you go to Canada can stop us from living our life. This is a spiritual. Look at that. I don't even know what I'm saying today. When she took a child 100 years, they can't even build it. Every talent, they are presented to the God Almighty. Position Guru Dema, position shop in the air. Not I have a job and I met them. My name is Bible. Don't feel like it's friend know who we are. Pretend know who we are. I will not tell people. Pretend can stop us from living. Who are you? Any day, pretend you push us to the world to carry out. I have all your people. I am medicine intelligent. Look at all this here. Our own brother, our father of the car, our own. I want to be him. Put that look at you. Imagine Fulani. You think that I don't think it's right. Go ahead, they want to kill our leader. They are heading their own Fulani. Then they think of them. You go carry my children and I couldn't Psalm 110. From verse 1 to end. Then to go carry and put our leader inside the plantation, breaking right. Fulani, that's the rest of the hell. Who are you, man? Dara. You bring it in post. When I went to Kenya, kidnap our leader, punish the Lord of the world, I let them say this are watching. Government of America is watching. And this thing we are taking, we are making sure that all will go. Guys, you put your hand in it. Every day, if they also in Babylon, you know what we should have done now? Who are you? Then the chicken, to go to the subject, I quick Luke chapter 3, from verse 1 to end. Then I join a what? From verse 1 to end. Then of the Catholic, filling every scripture. Other than Jesus, I that broker. Come on, Biafra. Who do you think chapter 8? From verse 1 to end. All the women of Biafra, anywhere you are on this planet, you cannot look at someone. Oh, and you are telling me, come on, that broker. I call you. Follow me. When we look at chapter 34, follow me. Chapter 34 from verse 1 to end. Only that have represented I will tell you, they are hand. Only the dead have the people's hand. All the look at fly.
Thank you. We have had your contribution that our spirituality was broken. That is what I get from you. Of which also you made a point. They broke our spirituality. It's a very big deal. Caller on signal, hold on. Let me go to WhatsApp that has been there before you. Caller on WhatsApp, please start by giving us your name and where you're calling from. Remember, the question is what really went wrong with us as a people? That is what we are treating today. Go on, Mazi.
Thank you, Mazi, Jonathan, for giving me this opportunity. My name is Simon and I'm from Maria Spain.
There we go.
Let me go straight to the point. He said, what is our problem that put us in this situation where we are? First,
and also we continue behaving like I don't know. We behave absurdly in a bizarre way.
Yeah.
Like what our brother said, that they destroy our spirituality. Yes, that is one. But the main problem that made us to be where we are in this current situation now is because
It is all about me. It is all about me. The collective interest was lost. That is the main problem. The collective interest was lost. We don't think
Mazi, can I come? We are doing interaction. When do you think the collective interest was lost? When?
I can say after the 1970s. After 1970, after the Biafran War, it became worse.
Okay. Can I? Sorry. We are talking.
Go ahead.
If you say after the war, that is 1970. But before that time, as I was saying, Zeke is an Igbo man, but he didn't look the collective interest of us at the first time. He's the highest hierarchy. He should be the exact. That is, I'm focusing on him because he was number one. Had it been he looked at our collective interest first, he would have jettisoned. He would have first of all tried to, go for our interest first. Just when Ahmad Bello was talking about northernization. You don't talk about Nigeria. He's talking about northernization of his people, to make his people come up, to make his people be superior to others. Why then is it 1970? Okpa Biaseka was here. He was looking at his personal interest as the administrator of East Central region during the war. He was in Lagos. They were killing our people, are being massacred by hunger, starvation, everything, bullets, everything, shell by A. He see it and he's going around all over the world campaigning that nothing is happening, that we are the problem. Ojukwu is the problem, we are the rebels. So how do you, when you say it started 1970, it was before 1970. How do you say that? How do you say that?
Yes, it was before that, but after 1970 it become worse. Everybody was scavenging how to survive, how the Fulanis favor him. So that is one. Again, it is like, as they say, word of God. And the Jews we hear today, I had a story talking about the Israelis, but some people don't know about this story. Because Russians, most Israelis are Russians.
Of course, the original ones that went to the Alea is mostly from Russia.
Yes. Even, do you know the former Prime Minister, the blessed memory, Ariel Sharon? Do you know, I think his mother or his grandmother, the pedigree is still in Georgia, the place in here called Georgia, former Soviet Union. That's where the man. So, this is former Israeli defense minister. All of them are from that place. As long as those people succeed, we will succeed. That is one thing I believe. This generation of Mazi and the current generation, because the way we think now is not like that. Because I didn't mean it is like that. It's like when I see some people jumping up or getting money because to derail IPOB or to fight IPOB. 2014, when I joined this struggle, how many people know about IPOB? But it's people made IPOB tough. The people that follow the principle of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as well, I said personal interest. How can they give you money to come and destroy your people? And they will take money. And you think that Fulani will take you serious? I heard what our elder, I must still respect him. That is still the same thing I'm talking about. These people have been wicked. They have told these people, without us, you can't do it. This is what some of them were telling us 2014, 2015. Even when our leader was arrested, where we are running about looking for who to talk to. That is how this Ojo Zokalo come in. Because I was in a place where I know how somebody just called him on telephone. Within a period of 1 hour, he showed there. That is how we meet before he started.
Thank you, Mazi. You said that it is selfishness. That is
yes.
the what is wrong with us. Okay. And the starting of that selfishness for you is 1970, but I beg to slightly disagree because otherwise, again, Hiroshi wouldn't have been he wouldn't have neglected the advice of his people. It was 1966. Nothing mega. This character, on my name.
Yes, what name he means?
Now, when I hear name, nah, nothing mega. Don't worry.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
Thank you very much, my brother.
Do you know about name? Somebody Okete during the time of Zik, even during the time of independence. Somebody Okete, I don't know if you know this name. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name well. He was a flamboyant guy, was running around. He was good in getting money in those days. You know, they use their own personal interest to destroy us. It's like what they are talking about in this land of it. Let us be realistic. The other record he played. Do you know this place they are talking about now? Most places our people build. Most of them are industrial places. Do you know the map of that place? That Ebola, though, because my own incident happened first time. That is why, because some people say, why they do my things like this is because I'm happy with it. But 2011, Jonathan was the president. When they bring the House of Igbos that affected me, 2011, December 16, 17, 18, until 22, they bring our own down. Jonathan was the president. All those places are in federal land, army land, case of intensity. Started from defense of trade fair till after people that know Egbeda Road, after that bridge, after Yali School. That is where army land starts. It's all those people living after Yaloba, across Yaloba. It will come to them one by one, like the record they play, say 2035. It might not reach.
No,
and they see this mentality. There is people in Lagos today. They are in charge of letting people to buy land. That Abula area, the man in charge of it, all this thing that is going on there,
which means
is from Ozo.
All we do is eat
Yes.
instead of politicizing for our interests. They politicize against our own people in order to personally gain, selfishly gain something.
No,
it is.
Our people don't know politics.
People
don't know politics. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. But let me make it clear: our people don't know politics. Our people,
Mazi, you have taken
politics.
more
And politics play major role in our life.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving me
thank you. Remain blessed. Thank you. Caller on WhatsApp. I mean, hold on Signal and WhatsApp. Hold on. Let me also go to direct line, which is buzzing. Caller on direct line. Welcome to the program. Please let us limit our contributions to 4 minutes maximum.
Yeah, Mazi.
Yeah, Mazi. Unless I interjected, I will give you more time also as I interject. Go on, please. Please go on.
My name is Kirimen Chika from Obingwaba, but I'm calling from the Republic of Mazi right now. Mazi, our question today is too powerful. I so much love the topic today, Mazi. You know, in our life, we Igbos, this is what is our problem. Number one is that from the beginning, we lack organization. Organization means people gathering together to make a policy, to make a law that will enable them to govern themselves in one important goal, one focus, one agenda for the betterment of a race that are going to be bound with discipline together. Everybody must be focused and with discipline. Now, we lack discipline in ourselves. That is why. And secondly,
sorry, if I may ask you, when did that indiscipline enter?
That is why we study this Bible. In that Exodus, our character is what they describe there. But after reading those that read Bible so much, then don't understand that is our story and our character. In order for us to change, no. Rather, we are doing more worse than what we studied there about Moses and what Moses passes through his time when he was trying to lead the people. That's our character. And you also tell that Israel is our brother. And what Israelis pass through, the Jews pass through, is also our character. In order for us to learn that what our people pass through in their own time. No. We are not learning, rather we are doing more work that what our people pass through those days. So we are blaming ourselves. We should start blaming ourselves before blaming outside people because we lack discipline. Let me do my own.
Mazi, go. Can you hear me?
That is why when Ojukwu was telling them to come back home, they went ahead to beat Trefe and Alaba Trasa Market in Naraman land. And they called Ojukwu to come and open it. And the Ojukwu was embarrassed. And he told them, what causes it?
Mazi, can you hear me?
Organization and discipline. I think that we will be able to organize and be disciplined to ourselves. They will not be, nobody will come out and disobey what Ojukwu asked them not to go. And but another group went ahead and started building in order to embrace so-called one Nigerian. Why they will make Ojukwu as an enemy, because they will now see him that as if you don't want them to invest, that maybe he is against their investment. But this man was trying to let them know that he's supposed to fight communal interests, be organized and be disciplined against their cause. What is that cause? Betterment of everybody. Nobody will be against it. If you be against it, look at the consequences. But our people are moving individually because they think that moving individually, let me make my own, let me make my way. Are you the one that bring me here is going to help us? Rather, is destroying our race. That is like today, all over African countries, we are the only race suffering. Everywhere we go, they push us back, they push us in, they push us back, they push anywhere they push us. We continue enduring because we are living in slave way. No matter how hard it is, we must endure because we lack of that organization that we lack is what we are suffering today. Even here in Benin, that I'm living here, there was a place they brought up that we Igbos must move to that place to build a market square. Do you know that lack of that organization makes that place today is disaster because other groups come out to say that they are not going there. The other will say we are going. The house divided into two because of lack of organization and discipline. That was why today many people today are on the sun selling market here in Benin. Why others are inside compound because of the lack of organization and discipline. We can never obey any order because of we lack no organization.
Thank you, Mazi.
We cannot organize ourselves. That's why we're having problems.
Thank you.
Why that is
Mazi, thank you.
so because of the lack of organization, we are suffering today. That's the way today we are suffering everywhere. With the bishop win.
You have made your point. Thank you, Mazi. I would have, you were not hearing me. I would have loved to ask, when did this, on your own view, when did this discipline and lack of organization came to our lives? That is what I would have loved to ask you. But maybe somebody will talk about it. But if it is me, my take, that the first caller that said destroying our spirituality, because before we were a highly organized set of people, before the advent of the Europeans. But they came and severed our umbilical cord, the umbilical cord that joined us together. And the things fell apart and the center could no more hold. Some people now, we are with the white people, are turned against their own people. You know, turn that everything we are doing was bad. Anything traditional was evil. And it is talk. That disorganization and frustration led people to be more individualistic and selfish. Caller on Signal, you have been there since 20 minutes. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Caller Mazi, welcome to the program.
Yeah, Mazi Jonathan, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, well, welcome to the
program.
Can
you hear me?
Yes, the whole world is hearing you. Go on.
Okay, Mazi, thank you so much for the question you asked today. My name is Mazi Akas. I'm calling from Osprey. The question you asked today is very, in my own, I've been thinking, where is this thing coming from? First of all, I agree with the first caller, what our brother said concerning our spiritual life was stolen. And sometimes I begin to think also, if the sin of Esau and Cain affected our people, I don't know. because this greediness of Esau and Cain is also part of what is happening in Igbo people today. Because it's out of greediness makes Cain to kill his own brother. It is out of greediness makes the Esau not to do what he's supposed to do at the right time, and his younger brother stole his mandate. Which Fulani today stole the mandate that was in the hands of Nnamdi Azikiwe. In his presence, they stole it from him. Till today, even his hand couldn't even hold that mantle until even when Zeke was going wrong.
Mazi, do you know that even Mazi? Let me come in here. Do you know that even after Zeke, the Q plotters came and destroyed the remnants of, in order to save Nigeria, and the Q plotters, another Igbo man, Agi Ironsi, stopped the Q. You know what? This type of people, that is where people are disorganized right from time. You know, we can do it. Who is that? Nah, stop it. They don't consider the consequence of what they are doing. They didn't consider it. Okay, mostly Easterners were in charge in Nigeria. Okay, they planned coup in order to, I know it doesn't matter. Somebody will say yes, it's instigated by Britain. It's true. But couldn't they have their own mindset? I mean, the young people, the coup plotters, they planned the coup in order to save Nigeria to the detriment of their own people. That is number one. Number two, the general said, no, this coup I cannot. Instead of working together, they say, no, they stop it, they destroy it halfway. So that things will not, when we say apolitical, okay, had it been the coup plotters, even let them eliminate even Azikiwe. That is politics. It's politics. Do you remember the time of Abacha? They killed not only this Abiola, they also killed Abacha in order to balance the equation. But when you use sentiment in order to this, it brings more catastrophe. That is why I'm just saying, caliphate, politics, they are political people. We are not. We are sentimental animals. Go on.
Yes, Mazi, I agree with you. The reason why I talk about the sin of Esau and Cain, because when you watch the life of our people, you begin to see that life of envy and not doing what you're supposed to do at the right time, and in your front, somebody who don't even know how to write his name become your leader, and you are kneeling down before him and asking him back. You see, what this our brother, according to this expose that this our brother gave concerning the houses they were knocking down in Lagos. These are the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today is in prison, suffering. Because this man saw the stupidity of our own people. When he said that he studied the brain of the Igbo man for 15 good years, I agreed with him. He saw this thing that is inside our people, that when you are telling them, the same thing when Zeke was telling him, my brother, at the end of the day, look at the place we find ourselves. The truth is that even this house they are knocking down today, even when the people are going to buy this land, European people will tell them, this place, good to sell, they will bribe and bribe and bribe.
They will continue bribing, pushing. With their gun, money there, don't worry, before they can destroy it, before they come up with a policy, we use money, go and buy everything. Maybe
they will know that this house is good. This place we want to sell to you by year 2030. In that place is not good. They will say, no problem, give it to us, and even if we build the house, they won't look upon the gain. Maybe before that, 30 years, 10 years to come, we must have make our gain. Even if they want to knock this house, but by the time they begin to knock this house, they might not even get even half of the gain they used to build all those to make themselves in this type of hell they are inside today. The same thing this man was saying today is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was shouting all these years that he's suffering today for our own sake. For me, do you know my brother? Let me use my own brother as an example. Do you know the house my senior brother built at home? A time came, he's in Lagos. He was regretting. If I know this money I used to go and put this structure there, I would have used it to build in Lagos. I was looking at him. He was calculating the gain. That if this house was in Lagos, I will make gain on it. I don't know what is really wrong with our people. But Mazi, what I'm saying is that our people, if the Yoruba people want to knock down everything they have there, let all of that house be knocked down. Maybe what will make them to face back home, to know they came from somewhere. Come back home. If you touch them, they will say there's no support. You will start doing something first. By the time the federal government begin to see what people are doing, it will attract people to look for you. It will make people to look for you by force. Because in that country, in that zoological republic called Nigeria today, it is our own people that are holding that place. Any day, all of them turn their eyes back home. This federal government that is punishing them today will look for them.
Mazi, thank you. Thank you.
If you ask me to let them knock all the house where they get that place done, maybe at that time they remember where they come from. Ndara.
Thank you very much. The issue is this. During the time the Jewish Ndibo of Moses, things went from bad to worse. But that time, little did they know that it was the time that their redemption was very near. They doubled their task. I have somebody, Mazi Chibuike. Are you there? Can you hear me? Please remove your this thing on hold. Can you hear me, Mazi Chibuike? Chibuike Biafra. Are you there? No. You're still on hold. I have a caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yes, I can hear you.
There we go. That is Mazi Chikudi, right?
Yeah.
Mazi, I think, are you a family member where you are?
Yes.
Okay. Which part? Which part are you?
Basel.
Basel. Okay. Sorry. Okay. I have a reason for that. Go on, Mazi, please. Go
on. What I want to contribute in what you said today, you have said this thing before. Our problem as Igbo people is lack of organization. Our people are not organized. We have this by our nation. Maybe the first scholar have said it that they strike our spiritual stand, then we scatter, things fall apart. We are not organized anymore. If when you are watching these animal films, we are like leopard. Leopard is a lion. He's hunting alone, but he's very, very active. Leopard is active. He can hunt alone. He can kill every animal alone. But not organized. He's fighting alone. He cannot organize with the other leopard together to defend the animal it killed. So anytime the other animal that is called hyena is well organized, but hyena is not active to hunt and kill. So hyena will be targeting leopard. Anytime leopard kill animal, hyena 5 or 6 or 7 will rush leopard and they overwhelm leopard and eat the meat. So now, unless leopard is fortunate and carry the meat up the tree before hyena rush, that day he will be lucky to eat the meat. If not, leopard is the one who is feeding hyena because he's the one who is killing meat for hyena every day, every time.
You are right.
So even people are like leopard. They are hunting alone. They are not organized. But hyena, also people not as like hyena. Igbo people is working for them. They are eating. So Igbo people are not organized. That is number one. We lack organization. Number two is
now
we
for
lack,
number one.
yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
When do you
Yes,
think?
I can hear
When
you.
do you think that disorganization started, or were we just like that right from the beginning?
Well, if you ask me to say, I will say that it started after the war, because after the war, those so-called elders could have put us together, the remaining people together, and say, now look, we have fight and we have lost the war. Look where we stop. Look at what we have to do. Look at where we have to start. We have to start there again, like the German people did or Japanese people did after World War II. But because we are not politically by nature, Igbo people, we are not political by nature. We lack politics by nature. After the war, the Northerners tell the Igbo people in Igbo, I don't know how we say it in English, Hasan Igbo, Hachiwe, Kawa Shubushi. Or here in the North, and the Ohanese, Shuana, Parana, Babushi. And that means go after money. Let us go after politics. The Igbo people are pursuing money. The Northerners are pursuing politics. This is what you see. Igbo people lack political distance. They are not political by nature. When the North are political by nature, this is why people are busy day and night hunting money. When the Northerners are busy day and night hunting politics, and they use the politics to dominate everywhere. When Igbo people and their money, they can nowhere to be found. So for me, these are the two problems I think we have. Number one is lack of organization. Number two is lack of political stand. We are not good in politics. All we know is money, 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 money. Even if you want to talk about politics, somebody will tell man, go and make money. Go grab it. They will destroy the mind of other people. If you are telling them this is what we are going to do in 20 or 30 years, this is will be the result. Nobody will. Igbo people don't like to hear this kind of thing.
That is,
what
Mazi,
people like
do you
to hear
know?
is
Do
that,
you know? This is the reason why, personally, I hate joining any Igbo group, Igbo association. I'm telling, even before I become a family member of IPOB, there's nothing reasonable. I told you know, just things that are the whole okay, they discuss. So from year in, year out, end of the year party. Nothing. If you want to bring out something reasonable, the way they will chop you raw, you say you better go. Say, oh boy, this is not where I belong. Nothing. That is why everywhere we all over the world. But do people as Igbo group ever discuss how to even one way or the other, support or meander and enter into the host country's politics, even through the local level, as a group, not as individual? Because wherever we are, joining the government of the countries we are, is individual intelligence. The government saw and not okay. No, but to lobby as a group, say doing little things, community services as Igbo group. From there, having influence politically. Why you're not buying at their politics to have influence to calculate in the next 10 years, 20 years. If we do this, the result will be favorable for all of us. No, I acquire uniform. I get end of the year. Chieftain, Mazi, please go on. I wouldn't so, but we are killing it.
So that is our problem. Our people are looking for something that will benefit. When we travel to land, make us fight great and begin to benefit. Even if you want to integrate, wasting your time to integrate. Just do it quick. What others are doing, within Ika or here. But other countries, when they will cool down, first of all, they will go into school. They will begin to learn the people language. After they learn it, they will go and begin to learn profession. After that, we go using our own. for that. If you come into something that can fish him on as is will knock him down. Maybe prison, from prison back room, or if he don't die in prison. So our people, they lack that patience. Our people don't have a mind of having patience and plan for the future. Two problems we have. If we can treat it and correct it, I think it's on later like today. So this is my conclusion today. And I want to speak with you after this call. I don't know if we have time.
No problem. Please, I was looking for your number. I couldn't find it. Just write me, inbox me something so that I'll remark it's you. I cannot even. I was looking for your number today, but I couldn't find it. Thank God you called. Please. There, well, thank you.
Okay, thank you. God bless you. Thank you.
Well, remain blessed. The same thing. Selfishness, lack of organization is. But we need to. What is the cause of this? When did it start? That is it. I have a caller, Mazi Chibuike, Biafra. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Call on signal, please hold on. Mazi, can you hear me? Mazi Chibike Biafra, are you there?
Jonathan.
Okay, please welcome.
Am I on the line?
You are on air, please go on.
Mazi Jonathan, am I on the line?
Yes, you are on air, please go on.
Okay, Mazi Jonathan. Yeah, good evening. And good evening to our brother who just called. He made a very sound, important point. Yeah, here is Chibike Nodim. I'm calling from Bern, Switzerland. You see, Mazi Jonathan, we have all deliberated over this, over and over regarding the ordeal of an Igbo man. Mazi, the problem, let me tell you, whenever I say the problem, I always come to the solution. You see, every creature has a nature, has something unique in them. We cannot be talking why are we in disarray without going back to when it began, Mazi Jonathan. We must always see it this way, that Igbo people has a unique nature. You cannot compare them to any other race or folk. Our problem is the amalgamation of Nigeria, putting diverse, unique cultures together. Now, let me just point to one statement you made at your analysis. You referred to Nnamdi Azikiwe to the lady, and Azikiwe stood and gave his hand. Mazi, I will disappoint you, but Azikiwe played according to his nature. He cannot do otherwise because his nature can't permit him to be lower than a woman. There are areas you can play politics and there are areas you cannot. For example, I know if you pay a visit to any Oba or pay Yoruba, you can sometimes you bow flat. Yorubas does that because it is a part of their culture and nature, sort of. Sometimes the culture leads to nature, it is vis-a-vis. But me, personally, I cannot do that no matter what you promise me. I cannot play politics with who I am. Because
Okay, Mazi, let me come in there.
Involved. No, it cannot happen. So let me tell you.
Mazi, let me come in there, please. Are you hearing me, please? Okay, let me come in. You know, just as you said, that Azikiwe, you know, there are things you do. It is against your nature or against your destiny, but you do it for a purpose. Where you are let me ask you, let me ask you, where you are in Bern, in Switzerland, I don't know whether you married a Swiss. Yeah, if you, the way you talk to a lady, or the way, if you go back to our land, if you come back to Biafra land, for example, for example, let's say you marry you have a wife in Biafra land. The way you come, he treats you, you sit down, you go, when you come back, you go and cook and bring food and do this and that, everything. I say our culture. That is who we are. That is our culture. It's not the same way you are being treated in Switzerland where you are. If you are married there, am I making any sense? What I'm saying is that sometimes you look at this. We as political animals, we shouldn't be rigid in one thing. Your rigidity can bring difficulties as far as you are in a public position. It can bring difficulties for generations coming because you are representing people. No, you are not doing it for your own. That is what I mean. It's not that it's in our culture. Is it in our culture for you to, you see people, you go, maybe, darling, go and cook, bring me food. And you go inside the kitchen, bring food for woman. In Biafra land, can a woman just talk to you like that, and maybe you come from work, say, go inside kitchen, bring me food. Will you do that? But you are doing it because it is the system and you want to get something. That is it. I don't know what you have to say about it.
You've made it, but there is exactly where I, because I wanted to come to the solution before you jumped in, right? Now, Zeke believe he is equal to Queen. But where Zeke made the mistake is not to support Ojukwu, to fight for Biafra, because it is only getting your own nation hold. Can you be able to retain your culture? That is the mistake. There is nothing wrong with living your life according to who you are. There is nothing wrong with that. But Zeke made a mistake because for you to live your life, you must have a base of which you yourself and your community and people who reasons alike can determine which way forward. That is just the truth. Let me tell you, Mazi, we must be political, but not in all angles. The Arabs that comes to this Europe, like me, comes. When they marry, do you know that their wives changes their religion? It is not that we cannot be flexible in we must also be stubborn somehow. It doesn't matter what, it is the flexibility that keeps us where we are today.
Mazi, can I interject here also?
Please, hold on. Those flexibility today. Why didn't we say, no, we can't be Christian, let us be rigid, let us keep our tradition? Do you understand the point here? So the point is, we must have a base to hold ourselves, to keep that rigidness. Without Biafra, we can talk today and talk tomorrow, nothing will ever change. Because we are practicing a lifestyle that is not natural to us. Go ahead, Mazi.
Okay. I don't know. Are you hearing me now? I will restart the phone later. But
I'm no more hearing you.
Okay, can you hear me now? If I put it on microphone, you'll be hearing me. Okay, let me say something. As you talk about standing on our ground, okay. Nnamdi Azikiwe, he stood there on his ground, though, 1956, by standing up, challenging his, let me call it his master. Because whether we like it or not, she's the master. And he's an apprentice. We are looking for independence. Please grant us this and that, this and that. And there are ways to do things in that matter. You bow that time so that the people behind you will no more bow. Do you see the logic? Now, when you talk about rigidity, there are things you learn from other people's culture. You talk about Arabs. Arabs, yes. If they marry Arabs, if they even anywhere they are, if they marry Muslims themselves, because they have fought hard to retain that culture. It is internationally known. They resisted everything. They are ready to die. That is why they gave them that gap. Do you understand? And that is why they are enjoying it. That is that collectivity also when it comes to the Arabs. Because they continue fighting for what they believe, ready to die. So they don't care. So people look and say, oh boy, so that is why they come to you, they want to impose their system on you in your own house even. So it's a different thing altogether. We that are, we are okay. For me, when this thing happened was when our people, they were imposed Christianity. European version of Christianity. It is understandable that, our ancestors saw a book preaching that they are recorded in it was our own culture, our tradition. On the seventh day, I was circumcised on the seventh day. It is not because of I have asked my father, did we learn this from white people? He said, no, this is our culture. Every males on the 8th day. So when we come, it was not recorded as far as we know. Whether it was recorded and it was destroyed by the British, who knows? But as far as we know for now, our people never recorded it. But oral history told us our culture. Now, when Europeans came, they started reading from books, and Abraham was commanded to circumcise on the 8th day with all the... And they said, but this is our culture. Our people become fascinated. That is where they deceived us. We are deceived. And they started telling us, after getting us inside, they started telling us, all things have passed. It's Old Testament, so it's past. That is where the confusion started. And people now become confused. Our people became disorganized. And the Europeans, the British encouraged that disorganization to their advantage. Through it, the people that manage also the Nigeria, an amalgamate like Nigeria, like Azikiwe and Co., they didn't manage it very well. Otherwise, it would have been to our advantage also. But instead, they continue focusing on their selfish interests, like being the president of that big thing, that big Nigeria. They don't consider their people first as anything. Just like Ahmad Bello did to their own, and even this guy, Awolowo. So, for me, that is also the problem. I don't know whether... Go on, please, if you have something you summarize. Go on.
And but we are saying the same thing. Now, you brought in again Ahmed Bello and his rigidity. Why has these people been rigid since the inception of the zoo? They haven't yielded. They have not yielded an inch since the inception of the zoo. It is because they have what they call societal education. Education is not exactly what you are taught in school, but what is taught within your community. They have this. They know exactly where they are going. That is why what they wanted during the 60s is what they still want today. And that is what is leading them towards their goal. Do you see where we are lacking? They are educated within their family to know what they want. That is why Ahmed Bello, all these guys who have been ruling the North, has been standing on one ground solidly. And this is why now they have dominated everything without... Collectively, they have dominated. Because they understood that is societal education that you never learned in school. Because they never went to school anyway. This is what we lack. We never taught our children what we want because we had no leadership. It is in the home. Now you asked my brother who called before me, when did this thing begin? This is our nature, Mazi Jonathan. If you had read some books about our way of life before the colonies, before the white man came, we were all autonomous. We haven't had any chief or any king. That has been our nature. So what we need is just to bring all of us together so that we can guide ourselves towards where we want to be. So you can talk today, you can talk tomorrow. As long as we do not have a nationhood, Igbo people will forever be in disarray. Let me tell you, the problem we have now, majority of the problem we have now started immediately after the war. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has preached this a lot. Those who are leading us today are the remnants of the saboteurs. These people have no love over their people. They do not care. They just want to loot. They are political toy boys. So there is no way they can do anything to favor you, Mazi. Understand it? So that is why I say I hate Igbo people, but there is something wrong with the typical Igbo man. Those people who don't see what IPOB are doing, those people who hate Nnamdi Kanu, something is really wrong with them. Because they're supposed to know that these guys are really fighting for everybody. They don't bother to see our problem. They don't bother to support what we are doing. They don't contribute an inch. They do not come to the protest to help feed the numbers. They are on the side. As Christmas is coming now, majority of them are dreaming to drive the best car where there is no road. Do you see the problem we are facing? That is why I asked the question I asked in the afternoon, are there two different Igbo people? Why are these people not involved in anything to support? These are the type of people who are in the echelon of leadership at home. They have no vision. Until we fight. It doesn't matter how many we remain. Believe you me, Biafra is the only solution to all our multiple problems. Mazi Jonathan, I will leave it for I have occupied a lot of space. I will leave it for you. Thank you so much for giving me this space. Thank you.
Remain blessed. Yeah. Anyway, I will make comments about this later, but let me pick callers that have been there for so long. I have a caller on WhatsApp, but wait, let me pick a caller on Signal that has been there before you for 24 minutes, 23 minutes plus. Caller on Signal, can you hear me? Welcome to the program.
Yes, I can hear you, my brother Jonathan, and good evening, Biafrans. Can I go on?
Go on, please. What really went wrong with us as a people, in your view?
Yes, my name is Ifan Chukwumadabuch. I'm calling you from the Netherlands. Yes, my brother. I will go to the source according to me, because we have treated these things. We cannot, for some time, and when we treat it, we continue thinking. That is why we are who we are. I have determined for myself, maybe you share my view now, that from the first caller, he said it is from the religious thing. We cannot overemphasize the role of the religious part of it. It's true that they used religion to condition our people and hoodwinked our people and then dominated our people. But what I'm telling you now is that even before the advent of the Europeans in Africa, in our homeland, in Biafra land, our people built the pyramids. Our people were organized. I'm hearing too much of our people are not organized. It is biting my ears.
Our people were organized. Having autonomous communities is federation. It's organization.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's organization. And they have politics. And they have education. Do we know that our people had in CDB a way of writing? They built the most sophisticated civil engineering feat, that is pyramid in Africa. But do you know that I mean pyramid in Biafra land? But do you know that I lived 26 years of my life in Biafra land? I didn't live Biafra land for 26 years. But then I lived that 26 years. I didn't know that there was pyramid in my home state of Anambra State, the then Anambra State. That is the way they banned in CDB and they stopped in CDB. The invaders stopped in CDB. Do you know that if you take a professor from England in English, you take him to Siberia, he become an illiterate? So with all the engineering our people had, all the science our people had, all the arts our people have, all the smithing work we had, earthing work we had, the communication we have between CTB, they removed it. And when they removed it,
and even destroyed the pyramids, so that there will be no proof.
Yes.
Pyramids in Udi, they destroyed it. Yes. The British,
yes,
they destroyed
it.
Yes, they destroy. Go ahead, my brother.
I say, go on. I just want to emphasize.
So they destroyed it. They covered the base. They covered the base so that a blended person from Biafra land, from Anambra state where it was, and Enugu state where it is now, will not know that his people were learned, organized. When people are saying that our people were not organized, it is lie, because the best organization is you have, according to the Americans, is local. Politics is local. And that was where our people were effective in their organization, even in their fighting. So that's where our people, our disarmament, that intellectual disarmament happened from that time, because these people they know science, they know arts, they know organization, and it's effective. And before they introduced that religion part of it, it is fact, it is true. You cannot minimize it. But before that, there was cultural and intellectual disarmament of our people. And then, coupled with the conditioning with the religion, we became a perfect dominated people for them. They can do anything they want with us. And so, what after we have known this, that this thing, this destruction of our people was intentional and meticulous and deliberate. So they achieved it by destroying our learning system, our organizational system, and then our religion. So, what is the solution? Is my if I can say. The solution is, my brother, there was something you read when you were starting. The type of question they ask primary students in primary school people in England, and the kind of question they ask primary school people in Africa, or say in Biafra land. So we have to go, and that's why Biafra is sacrosanct. Honest to God, honest to heaven. That is the only solution to our problem, because when we have our nation, then we can plan our education, our politics, everything about us will be in our, that is controlling our destiny. We have to start from our fresh to build our curriculum according to our interest, not according to the interest of the United Kingdom. And therefore, what I'm saying now is that our people must know this, that we are a dominated and defeated people, and we cannot forge ahead, we cannot live our potential, and only when we have our nationhood, and then we can build and make our own laws and our own curriculum and teach our people what they want them to know. And we must tell these people at home, these old people who have made money and connection in Nigeria, anything you say, they don't care. What they want is Nigeria. They went to the extent of kidnapping their own son who was fighting for collective interest. They played their part. They did everything they did to bring him at home, to go and crawl and grovel and lie down to be given the presidency or a part of the leadership in the country they claim they are part of. We will tell them, we are telling them to back the hell off. They have done their own thing, live their own lives. We are fighting for the lives of people who are living now and ourselves, and the future generation, that they will not see what we have seen in Nigeria and all over the world. So, my brother, yes, thank you. That is my own contribution.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you. Remember blessed. We all know that the solution is what we are doing, nothing more. But we continue prodding. What really went wrong with us as a people? I have a caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Sir Jonathan.
There we
I can hear you, sir.
Scavenger
Yeah,
from
it's me.
Africa.
It's me. Not only scavenger, call
All
it
of us.
orphan scavenger. That is my own. Orphan scavenger. It's bad. It's bad. Mazi, thank you for taking my call. You know your question, your question, you can see why we are scavengers. Because of these scavengers, is something that causes us to be scavenger. And once you are scavenging, you can do anything. Scavenger is like a beggar. And you can see what those scavenging is doing to us. It's doing us that we are losing even our culture. We are lost even our culture, both back home, we have lost it. How do you expect a scavenger who have been in another man's land for 30 years without going to survive, to keep his culture intact? How can we expect, hello?
Go on, Maz, go on.
Yeah, a scavenger who even went to another man's land and marry another culture, you can see, even if you look at Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, could you remember that before Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, they started, Nnamdi Azikiwe have married an Hausa woman who is controlling him. Did you know that Nnamdi Azikiwe married a Hausa woman?
Of course, even Nnamdi Azikiwe spoke Hausa as a child before he learned the Igbo letter.
So, when Nnamdi Azikiwe was negotiating, the woman was rubbing his back already, telling him what to do. So, anything that he did there, that is what cleverly what the Fulanis did. They first of all give him a woman. And if you look at what is even happening to us, most of us in diaspora, we have got children there. That children is not easy to adopt to our culture because they will live with the culture of the woman where you born the child. The woman will be in control. And just like our previous caller said, the answer to it, before we can come out from this mess, is to get Biafra. That's the answer. If we didn't get Biafra, it will be to worse. We will get worse. And how will we get this Biafra? We have gone, the solution is there. Because our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Azikiwe, our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, have given us the solution. The solution he have given us, and part of those solutions is that these prison warders who is in our land, who are dictating for us when we talk, they talk another thing. They don't want to do. They don't want to help us. They don't want to stay in our land. They are like bodily present, absent-minded. They invest in Korea, they invest in Dubai, they invest in America, they invest in London. But they don't want to go there and live. They only steal from our land to that place where their mind is. Let them go there and go into exile. That is where I am. I'm not going to change my stand. I want them to leave our land, go to exile so that we can build our land. Let them come to that and see what you are seeing. That's the only way I stand. Thank you for taking my call, my brother. Thank you. Bye. It's me, Opuzem. I'm calling from Africa Sud. Africa Sud. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. We must continue. I have a caller on Signal. Caller on Signal, welcome to the program. Please go on. Caller on Signal, go on, please. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Mazi.
Go on, go on. We are hearing you.
Even to you, my brother. And there
I
think everyone, we have all spoken very well. Everybody have actually hit the nail on the hammer on the top of the nail. Now let me a bit differ, a devil advocate, maybe something like that. Mazi, if Nnamdi Azikiwe bow to Queen Elizabeth, that's a woman. And remember our culture before the event of fighting for liberation of Nigeria from the British colony. Our culture, very, very important. If Nnamdi Azikiwe bow to the Queen, like you alluded earlier, do you think it will better our situation today?
Of course, that is, what I'm saying is not bowing. Listen, this is salutation.
That is not our culture.
No, it's our culture. Are we not bowing today to the caliphate?
No.
How many times you see our Hanez and Dibo going to the Sultan of Sokoto? What is, I want people to understand this. Because when we speak, people say our culture, we don't bow to. Now, what is making our Hanez and Dibo go to Sultan of Sokoto to bow down? What is making the Sultan of Sokoto be the overall chief, the supreme head of all traditional rulers? It's a taboo in our land, but it's a reality today. Now,
but
if what I'm saying, if Azikiwe, if Azikiwe knew is highly political, is, you know, he would have understood that, look, that jest, it's not bowing down. That jest will make the queen to even bring him closer and say, this person, we might trust them. Because everything matters in politics. The way you move, once you're a leader, you understand? It matters. The way you speak, the way it matters a lot. In order to show it's a gesture. It's not that you are bowing down. If we do it and the generations coming, we become on top. Is there anything wrong in it? Instead of him saying like that, and today we are all bowing down.
Yes, Mazi, I said now, but for me, it's the same thing that I think you were trying to say, that sometimes you were preaching about Esau selling his birthright, his birthright, and then our people are doing the same thing that I think you were saying, that had he been Nnamdi Azikiwe did this, our so-called elders are doing this to Sultan of Sokoto, which we are saying is a taboo. Some of them are asked to sit on the ground, which we are saying is a taboo. But you are saying now politically, it can be correct if he have greeted this woman in a different way. But this is the man that the car that he was driving with was bought. It was Juku's father that brought the car that the queen used at that point. But this is exactly that's how I feel about it. Queen Elizabeth that you're talking about, that would have been greeted in a different way, knew who we are even before that time of that greeting.
Mazi, please let me interject here. There is a misunderstanding here. I'm not saying that, you know, we bow, or I'm not advocating that we bow, or I'm not saying that that is the only thing. No, I say it's part of it. But you know, remember that it was 1956. We never have independence, and that time was a critical time for us, as a people, because that was the time of amalgamation. Azikiwe never mentioned his people. Let's say even Igbos, because when you talk about Igbos that time, if even he go beyond, he went into the present day Ambazonia. Let me tell you, that time we were together, because that is why he formed the NCNC, the Congress of Nigeria and Cameroon, NCNC. So we are out that time. We never have all is us Igbos. We call Calabar till Ambazonia you are seeing today. So if, as I said, you are an apprentice, okay, they are amalgamating you into a big country with others people you don't know. That is smartness, plain smart. You see your guy. You understand? Now you are behaving like but you still want something from that overall orga of everybody. I'm not talking about bowing down to the caliphate, because that act, it plays a part. This is not who we are, yes. But today, as I said before, there are some things you do wherever you are. It is not our culture, but you have to do it, because that is the situation you find yourself. It is true. So what I'm saying is, in order to save the people behind, as a leader, 1956 before independence, you give that is politics. You give impression, even if it's false impression. You know, it's part of it. It's part of the game. It's a game. As far as you are playing for survivor, is it not what made Ahmad Bello started negotiating? He played his own very well. He played his own very well. Not only bowing or separating, but he said, I will go out his own. Ahmad Bello, I will not be part of this thing you are creating. No. You know, they delayed the independence. Ahmad Bello and Tafawa Bello. Yes. They delayed the independence. They say we are not ready for independence. We are not ready. We want you to continue ruling us. That is sweet Britain. You understand? So now this guy, he said, if you want us to be part of Nigeria, look at what we want. And Azikiwe was there looking for us, saying, "Have gotten everything, so no need of negotiation." And he was there. The other person we are negotiating, seriously. If you want me to be part of this, our Sultano must be the head of all religion, must be the head of all traditional rulers. And not a Nigeria you call. You must start from Benue. Our population, you will manipulate it to be, we will be majority. All these things we are negotiated. Azikiwe was there just waiting for, I will be the president. That is his condition. They say, okay, we are going to give it to you. So that is what I'm saying. Had it been he did his work very well politically, we won't be here suffering. I'm telling you honestly. We will still be in charge.
Yes.
I
totally, Mazi, I totally agree with you. He didn't do his job very well. The only thing that I'm trying to say with this particular thing is that we are talking about how did we go wrong? Because Zeke was actually doing, actually trying to save Nigeria and leaving his race. Let me leave this particular issue about what happened then. What I think that went wrong in this whole thing, we did not have ideology, or we did have ideology and we lost it in the process. But I want to say to Biafrans this night, what is happening to us now is biblical, and time to return home is now. It's our leader have said this before. Our parents, our forefathers sinned against God. They went different way. Exactly what this man from Abba, Ogomondi in the Biafra radio said. Our religion was taken away from
our
us.
spirituality.
Britain knew who we are when we came. When they were looking for who is this lost of a tribe of Judah, Jewish that left, where are they? Where were they? When they find us, they knew that these people, no matter what we do, even if we gave Zeke this whole thing they gave to the north, we're still not going to agree. We still have to go back to who we are as people. And they've been fighting that particular cause for a very long time for we not to realize ourselves. So the most important thing here, like everyone have said, is only when we get our ideology. And our ideology should be Biafra. Once we get it, we will return back to and serve the God that our ancestors served. Do you know, in those days, our fathers married 7 wives, 8 wives, 3 wives. They were all staying in peace. They were traditional rulers. There were no kings. These things were all good before these people come and introduce all these Western things that have destroyed us. So our ideology tonight should be getting Biafra first. As soon as we get Biafra, we'll return back to who we and worship the God our ancestors worship. Because those days, even some villages in the Igbo land now are still very peaceful. And you go and ask those elders, just like somebody said earlier, you find that the elders that knows the culture of Igbos, that knows who we are not the same elders that you see talking about going to kneel down to every race in Nigeria. Whereas we are the biggest race in Nigeria, the biggest, most populated race in Nigeria. We are the most blessed race in Nigeria. And now we are subjecting ourselves to go and bow down and kneel down. That is not our culture. That is not who we are. And then, who is these elders? And where are they coming from? Is that to show you that we have 2 different people in Igbo land, just like our brother said. But what we are doing now, of having ideology, of going back to get Biafra, is going to correct all these mistakes. Pray this night is that Elohim should release our leader and let him pilot this affair to where he has taken us to.
Well, thank you very much. We all know that the solution is what we are doing. It's a Biafra. Without it, we are nowhere. We continue being like what the man said, the tribe free. We cannot continue being like that. We are talking about all this past so that it enables us to rectify all those mistakes. That is the only thing. Because you cannot know where you are going without knowing where you are coming from. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Mazi, good evening.
Yeah, well, welcome to the program.
Yeah, Mazi, my name is Paul, calling from Gabon, Mazi. Yes, discussion this night was so. I'm happy to hear this type of discussion
Because if you don't know where you are coming, that means you don't know where you're going. The British came to our place, and when they discover our culture, that showed them who we are, because what you are is your culture. And when they remove your culture spiritually, they have destroyed you. So that is why our people doesn't understand where our problem lies. Our leader, Mazi used to say that we must come back, we must go back, we must come back to Kabiama, and then before everything will be established. And now, you can see what is happening. Those people who call themselves our elder, after the war, some Fulani was pregnanted our women in Biafra land. That's to show you that anybody, as far as I'm concerned, anybody now, both elder or children, wherever you are, if you are not welcoming the spirit of Biafra this moment, that's to show you that your lineage, you must go and ask your father or anybody what is happening to you, because maybe your father was pregnanted, the mother of your father was pregnanted with a Fulani man, because that is why anything we are saying, these people are not listening. Okay, let me give you for example now. Here where we are living here, if you are married that is a stranger woman, when you give birth to children, you will see that those children, if you do not take time, those children will not speak your language. Even they will not know what you are talking about your home. So that is the same thing what we are suffering today. Because some people their mother was pregnanted with Fulani men. That is why anything we are saying, anything we are doing, they don't want to know. They are not interested. What they're interested in is that Fulani culture. And the second one, our people must understand that because we Igbos, we have too much pompous. That means pompous and too much name. Okay, as you can see, if you go to the ceremony, you see how there is no name you will not hear from that ceremony. Our people are bearing names. Those names are leading us. We don't know.
Big
and
name
somebody
that
will go
kills a
and
puppy.
live somewhere. When the person will come back, the person will go and have chieftaincy title. All those, if you see all those kings we have this time around, all of them are criminals. Some of them are criminals. That's why anything we are doing is going up. I don't know. So until we must address those issues and correct it immediately, and you see what is going to happen to us. Or Biafra will come and we must address all those issues. So that's where our problem lies. So you can see that if this Biafra you're talking about, if it's a Fulani people or Hausa people have been going about this freedom, my brother, believe you me, in 2 months they will just left to the zoo without us we know what is going on. But we have since long time ago we have been talking about Biafra. It's like we are not saying anything. That's to show you we have the pregnanted Fulanis in our midst, and we must remove all of them,
of course,
before we are going forward.
There were.
So, Mazi, thank you for the opportunity you give to me.
There were. Remain blessed. We are inching closer towards the end of this program. Caller on Signal, can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Caller on Signal, please go on.
Oh, hey, Biafra.
Oh, hey, Biafra. There were.
Mazi Jonathan, good evening. My name is Mazi Otusi. I came from Abreva, and Abreva is a hinterland area and a riverine area of Biafra land. I'm living here in France. This evening, and also good evening, all Biafrans worldwide. I want to contribute my own. First, I want to ask you a question. You know, you say that it's interruption. We are learning church. Yes. I want to ask you, which year and which month and which day that the slave trade started in our land?
You mean the transatlantic slavery, right?
Yes, in our land as a Biafra.
It started in, I think, 18th century. 17 something. 18th century.
Good. From, let's call it 17th century.
18th century, that is 17 something. If you say 17th century, which means it's 16 something. It's 18th century.
18th century. Good. Why I ask this question, you know, you brought a good information and the question, and we
it's 18th century.
18th century. Good. Why I ask this question, you know, you brought a good information and the question, and we
It's 18th century.
18th century. Good. Why I ask this question, you know, you brought a good information and the question, and we
It's 18th century.
18th century. Good. Why I ask this question, you know, you brought a good information and the question, and we Biafran allowed ourselves and also voluntarily or involuntarily allowed and send our people all those areas to suffer for all these decades. And before then, we can able to start thinking how to heal inside. That's the second healing. And what I'm trying to say, the first thing that caused the problem is when we betrayed the law of the land. That's the cause the whole problem, because somebody were the one who betrayed the law of the land that by inviting the white people inside the land and give them the access, and they start selling their brothers. And that's the way the glory of God departed from our land. And since that time, the darkness full all the whole Biafra land. All hail Biafra. Bye-bye from now.
All hail Biafra. Mazi Otisi, that's why I concur with you 100%. I think I had a difficult. Let me just give a synopsis, a summary of what Mazi Otisi said. Slavery in our land, in West Africa, started in 16th century. I said 18th century before, I was mistaken. 16th century, that is 15 something, by the Portuguese first. The transatlantic slavery I'm talking about, not with Africa. So the Mazi Otisi that called, he said something that touched me. He said that was the time we fell, and it's true. I concur with him that we should reconcile. We should even start, healing, the process of healing, by sending out, going to meet our brothers in the Americas, in the island, Jamaica, Guadeloupe, all these places, Bahamas, to ask them for forgiveness. I concur with you. This is spiritual. What we are hearing here, that is why sometimes we need to open so that people will speak. And it's a task we must do. Because we are the people our people, some of our people sold their brothers. The people we are seeing today in Brazil, some in Mexico, even in the United States, some in all over Americas. But the black people in Europe, where are they? Somebody asked this question one time. And we are talking of black people in Americas and other. What of the original black people, slaves that were shipped to Europe? Where are they? It's a big question. For you to understand what Europe committed, they slaughtered most of them. In Ireland, even they killed St. Patrick's Day. They slaughtered blacks. It's to be for another day, please. But what Mazi said is something very, very great. When we had the mind to sell our own brothers to foreigners in order to make money, that is where even the start of our fall, because we are peculiar people, as somebody said. That is true. We need to reach out. Even the coming of Biafra, we send the delegation, we should, to all these our brethren in all over America, the Americas, both North and South, to ask them to genuinely forgive us for what our ancestors did to their ancestors. That is why they found themselves there. The people that sold Joseph, after they asked for forgiveness and the genuine healing came, but the suffering, they suffered it. Remember, they sold their brother. They suffered for selling their brother. They suffered for 400 and something years of slavery in Egypt. For you to understand when you sell your people to foreigners, they sold Joseph to Potiphar, an Egyptian, their own blood. And you think there will be no consequences? The consequence is what we are suffering today. That is it. The consequence is what we are suffering today. It is true. The Israelis, they suffered for 4 centuries because of just their little greed. I have a caller on WhatsApp. Thank you for holding on. Mazi Demba, I think you are. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yes, my brother.
No, there was. There was.
God bless you.
And you too.
Yes, you see, when you bring a topic, when you bring a topic, our people, I don't know, if you don't know what to say, why not keep quiet? They are trying to bring all manners of, speeches into what we are discussing. Yes, as we said, where our problem started is in 16th century. But what started that slave trade? This is what we want to know. Why did we start to sell our own blood? And the answer is very straight. Why? Is because we break the first commandment of God. Because we love foreign things. Here that we are, that is called the land of Biafra. We are not the owner of this land. The owners, the original people that we met here, we are told they call them the Jangos. Now, they are the owner of all this idol. We came in with our tradition, and our tradition was mixed with the idol we met here. I don't know how I'm going to explain it so that our people will understand. Omenana is tradition. But Igor is what God detests.
Mazi, I don't agree with you. Mazi Udemba, please, let us listen. I listen to you, listen to me. I never agree with you in what you say. Igomo, okay? What is Igomo? Okay. Can you explain to me what is Igomo?
Okay. Okay, let's go to the scripture.
Yes.
Let's go to the scripture. When the children of Israel, when the children of Israel were moving, they were moving, and when Moses went to collect the commandments, they waited for him, and they told Aaron to prepare their God. How many were destroyed because of that?
Mazi, it's not the question. Sorry.
Issue that we are discussing.
No, sorry. Sorry. Are you hearing me? It's not the question. You didn't answer you said Igomo.
I hear you clear.
You said Igomo is what God detests or something like that. And I totally disagree with you. Is it because you called it in Igbo language? What is Igomo in English, please? Can you say it in English? Do you hear me?
Okay, let me calm down. Maybe the language I use.
No, I want us to clarify this because you said it verbatim. Igomo, translate it in English because it's language problem. Translate Igomo in English.
What Igomo in English that I mean is to worship idol.
No. More is spirit, worshiping spirit. God is spirit. Is there, it's part of the problem we are having, honestly speaking. We use it's a language issue.
Okay.
It's a language issue, the way I see it. Sorry, I will leave you, I will allow you to speak, please. But let us clarify this, because I've been saying this here. When we say Igomo, we have demonized many. We demonized. Mazi, I'm coming, please. After you have your time, no problem. We demonized many things in our language. We demonize it to the extent that, do you know, if not for the insistence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in this Ise, do you know that many people are still talking Ise as is evil? Do you know that? Igomo, worshiping spirits. When you are worshiping God is spirit. So is it because we say it in Igbo language? It's part of the problem we are having. Because we say it in Igbo language, now it becomes evil. I don't agree with that. Mazi, go on, please.
Okay. I agree with you what you said now. You say worshiping spirits, but God is spirits, not spirits. I think that is clear.
No, I say worshiping spirits. I didn't put S. I don't know. This logic, religious logic, it used to get to my nerves.
Okay.
Spirit, more one spirit. We don't in Igbo language. We don't have that plural. More is more. One spirit is spirit. Maybe it's the sound of my tongue. I don't know. Ego more worshiping spirit. Let us not put this type of religious logic. Okay. No. Go on, please.
Let's go like this. The Bible said that when we go against God, we are the children, that our fourth and fifth generation will be punished. Take from 16th century to now, it's about 5 generations, and God is going to forgive us. The mistake is from our ancestors, because we love foreign things. Anywhere we enter, we start to imitate them. We are not who we are. We are the original owners of the scripture. But the white people, when they discover that these people are from the Jewish lineage, they now decided to destroy us. As you are saying, even if Zeke prostrate himself to the Queen, nothing will happen. Because it has been written that we are going to pass through this. Israel has spent 430 years, and we are going to spend 500 years, and no nation can stand before us. Write it down. Oyendu knows that. He knows. But if you portray that, we have problem in Biafra land. I don't know
Mazi,
that,
we have
I don't know
spent,
whether
you know,
I
from
can give
16th
this short
century,
story.
from
There's
16th
a friend
century,
of mine.
Mazi, can you hear me? From 16th century, which we suffered in slavery in America, suffered, it is now going to 600 years or 500 years plus. So we have suffered enough.
It's going to. But I'm coming in the presence of Elohim, who we call Chukwu Kikabiame. A day is like 1,000 years.
And 1,000 years is like a day. It's then plus one minus one.
Yes, I'm coming. Just let us go like this. Now, in the kingdom, they don't count night and the day, because in the kingdom it is timeless. For Elohim is the light there. You see the children of Israel moving. He gives them light in the night, and he gives them pillar of cloud in the day, so that the sun will not scorch them. So we must suffer according to what our ancestors did. But I can assure you, we are safe. For we bear the name of God. We give our children. We glorify God in our children. Our suffering doesn't matter. Let the Fulanis continue killing us and the British. God said in the scripture, He said, I'm going to slaughter those who oppress us. He didn't say war, slaughter. It's written there. So I am not moved. Our problem is caused by ourselves. We are saying one thing, our brothers, they are saying another. But it will come to pass. Nnamdi Kanu is special. Nothing can happen to him. See, if Nnamdi Kanu, anything happened to him today, Nigeria ended. Go and write it down. And nothing will happen to him. He must accomplish the mission. He is the Christ or the Moses of our time. He's our Savior, whether they like it or not. Without Nnamdi Kanu, by now, I don't think we will have Anambra State or Imo State or Enugu State. I can assure you. So God is with us. And I will say, may we continue to have good mind. All hail Biafra.
Almost hail Biafra. And there, you said something that even make me, I laugh. You said we love something foreign, which is true, and that is why you prefer saying it in English, worshiping God. Now, when you talk it in our language, you say no, it is it is evil. It's the same thing. It's what we are suffering. My goodness me, we portray the thing. We portray it. That is the way they scattered our spirituality. Not only that, they turned us. We are the only race. Go to Yoruba land. They are Christians, Muslims, anything you can think, but they are attached to their tradition. All of them, whether Muslim, Christian, or anything, they are attached to their tradition. We are the only people that, it's not that it is perfect, or no tradition is perfect. You understand? No matter what, no tradition is perfect. But, you don't have to turn down completely, abhor your tradition, because it's evil. Some people you call Chukwu Okike Abiyama, they say, hey, it's a deity. Hey, whoa, please. And you say, Onye Menaye here. We are talking about the why or what really went wrong with us as a people. Because we know the solution. The solution is what you are doing, Biafra. I have this caller on WhatsApp. I think it's going to be the last caller. Caller, and what's up? Welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yeah, good evening, sir. Mazi, Jonathan, good evening.
There, well, welcome to the program.
Yeah, Mazi, thank you for this great teaching this evening. Mazi, what I'm calling, my name is Orisa Chukuma. Orisa Chukuma is calling from my location in Zoo Nation. I want to say something very, very important this evening because I like what you're teaching and we are getting there. You're saying that what happened about our foundation. Everything lies in foundation. Let me just put it like that. We refuse to know who we are. More especially, our forefathers know who they are. Our fathers, some of them, really know who they are. There's some that we call our senior, those that we call our senior brother, they. Some doesn't know who they are. So what I'm saying in essence is that we forgot to know who we are and who we are made of. We used to hear, we believe, and we know that yes, we are part of the Jewish, we are the part of the Israelites, among the 12 tribes, maybe lost, we find ourselves in all this contraction called Africa, this Nigerian contraction, this Zoo country, in this region. There is a way things is going all these years during the time of our forefathers, our ancestors. There is a way they consecrated the land. There is some things you must do and there is some things you must not do. So you find that now you're talking about maybe some people going to like Naimodo, going to the north, portraying down to the northern caliphate or the Funanis, and which is not our tradition. And you find them out doing it now, doing it about this time around, and we don't do it. And mind you, those people that are portraying with, that's the people in Bible that they call uncircumcised elements. Those people are not circumcised, so they have nothing to do with the original born of the Jewish land, the people that owns the land. That is the Biafrans that own Biafra. So, but you find that our also called politicians, you find out they go there and portray them, try to beg to have a leadership or to have Igbo presidency. So in essence, you see what things is going on, how it's going on, because they have been happening for years. I want to say, Mazi, do you know that some of the traditions, some village now doesn't know traditions anymore. Some have forgotten their traditions. Some don't practice their traditions. There are some places, maybe the masquerade they do, like my place in Abia, Isialangwa, they do one masquerade they call Ebe. I saw it last when I was I was 16 years till now that I'm up to 40. I've not seen it again. I can't even know how they dance it. Let me just say that now. I don't even know how they throw the step. But those days, these are things that bring people from abroad, from different places in my village, in my community. They come when they heard that something is going to happen in 3 years' time, because it's not always every year. They bring out some years to do it. It's a tradition. So you see people coming out. That time you see people, you jam your brothers, those that you don't even know, those they born outside the country. You see them coming out, they'll be videoing, they'll be happy, seeing it, joining to dance, to learn how to do it. Most especially we learn it maybe in the night, the dancing step, we learn it in the night, and it was fun. And it makes people to be unity. It makes people to go to houses, you eat in each and every one another's house. You can eat, call your neighbor, you eat without being afraid of who is going to kill you or who is there. Everybody is together. And that is time the tradition was working. So things went wrong from the foundation because of our leaders. They have soiled the land. They have committed evil in the land. And they are still committing it. The real key is the slave trade time. We sold our brothers. We sold our brothers your blood because of money. And that is what is causing us. And that is bringing cost to the land and is bringing, pains. And everybody is suffering for this punishment now. So This thing now is happening for decades, and it's still happening now. Look at our elites. Is it not the so-called politicians, our brothers in Biafra land, which I don't know where they come from. Those they must be giving birth from the Fulani, those soldiers Fulani after Biafra war that pregnanted their mother. No, they are inside us. So can't you see how they contributed money? Still yet they committed atrocity by selling their own blood, their brothers. Those are his main original Igbo people. Those are his kid that's supposed to raise generation. They sold them away because of money, and we are suffering for the punishment. Still yet, the Moses of our time that God raised, Mazi and Kanu, my brother, my senior brother, they now gang up again. Their hard-earned money, the foolish, evil money that I'm getting at the zoo country, they contributed it that they're supposed to use to develop the southeast or our states. Look at how Abia state is. Look at how Aba is. They contributed that money. They still yet they want to go and redemption sold their own brother, their brother again, the one that God is raising again to say the truth. They want to sell them to the Fulani. They brought Mazi back with their money. You see what they are committing, sin upon sin. We are looking for a way to get out of the mess that we are, that we can't even find out what is making us to scatter all over the places without even thinking forward and thinking backward. This is what I'm telling you. This is what I'm trying to contribute this evening. So many things have gone wrong. We have to go, as our brother said, we have to go anywhere our brothers is. We have to beg for forgiveness. And we have to start from the Biafran land. We have to start. Those that we have offended, we have done a lot of things. Our forefathers have done a lot of things. And we got to do. And it's only Biafra that is going to be the solution. Biafra is the final bus stop. No retreat, no surrender. All hail Biafra.
Almost hail Biafra. Thank you very much. I think I will. My goodness me, I still have this caller. Please, I'll give you just 3 minutes. This caller, I shouldn't pick you, but I will give you 3 minutes because I'm on the verge of closing. Go on, please call on. What's up? Go on. I give you 3 minutes, please. Go on.
Thank you very much, Mazi Jonathan. Good evening.
Yeah, well, welcome to the program.
My name is Mazi Jonathan, and I'm coming from Biafra land. Thank you to you, to getting the enlightenment from Radio Biafra. Thank you so much.
Mazi, are you using earpiece? Please, you remove it.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, it's better now, please. It's better. Anytime you call radio, please remove earpiece. It used to interfere too bad.
Thank you.
Go on.
Okay, I was not using earpiece. It was on speaker.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much. Everybody that I have listened to, everybody that spoke, and all of them made genuine points. What remains now is for us to implement it. Now, like others said, where we got it wrong, turning away from Chukwukabiyama and selling our brothers and sisters as slaves those days. And I learned all this from our leader. He has been saying all these things, and then they are very correct. The other one, again, he said is some of our brothers are even suffering as a result of maybe forcefully collecting properties that belong to their brothers and sisters. It's part of our problem. The root cause, the major cause problem that is ravaging us this time now is selfishness, greed, and proud or pride. Everybody, selfishness, everybody wants to talk about himself. Everybody wants to be recognized himself. Everybody is greedy to be recognized. Everybody is proud. Everybody wants to be recognized as leader. This one, and all the rest of them. So these are problems that are facing us. And if we can do away with them, then we will have a solution. Yes, people mention about lack of organization and all the rest of them. Lack of organization is still being caused by the root cause of it is selfishness. Talking about our individual. There's something I learned from the north. You see these small almajiris that used to beg from house to house. One day I was watching this group of small boys. They share themselves to various houses. So when they go for begging, Then they come back together and then share what they got. So some didn't get from where they begged, and then the few that got from where they were begging, all of them shared this thing together and they enjoyed it. But in our own case, I want to be recognized only me, and then I don't care about my fellow brother or my sister. So it is a very big problem. We lack the selfish interest, and then the greediness is a problem, and we have to do something. It's not just enough to mention the root cause of our problem on air here or talking about it, discussing about it. We have to implement it in every day of our life. Like after speaking with you now, how do I correct this problem that is ravaging us? It is the most important thing. So what I'm saying is that even like when I see South Africans, you see their musicians like Spirit of Praise, Joyous Celebration, and all the rest of them. You see them coming together as one body in music. But in our own place here, this musician doesn't want to be recognized with the other. He wants to make his own money. So it is a very big problem. Also, if only we can look into this, we have a change of life, have a change of attitude. Things will get better for us. So I don't have much to say than to thank you for enlightening us and teaching us.
Thank you very much, my brother. You made a valid point.
Thank you.
There were.
Thank you.
There were. You know, when we are saying this, I think I will stop picking calls. Let me, please, caller, please. You have 3 minutes. You don't pass it. If you don't pass it, please. I shouldn't pick your call. Caller.
Thank you.
There were. Welcome to the program. Please.
Thank you, sir.
You have 3 minutes.
Thank you, sir. So what I want to say is that all our 3 brethren that spoke last, they have really hammered the head of the hammer upon the nail. So there is a 3 satanic trinity in our land, and the solution now is IBOP, that the Lord has given Mazi to come and rescue us. Otherwise, the 3 satanic trinity is traditional ruler. The last person that spoke, he said that some people went and buy as a king Igwe with money. The Bible says, "Do not remove the landmark of the nation." So when people choose to go and use money to buy as a Igwe, the land is fired. When pastor is going to north to go and carry money, Ghana must go money, the land is defiled. When politicians are going to north to go and bow down for uncircumcised Fulani man because of political position, the land is defiled. You see, so there are things before in our land we cannot do. Although in my own community now, if you try it, when incantation is did, or maybe something is missing. For example, generator is missing, and they ring bell, they knock at it so that the person will come out and confess. If the person do not come out and confess, immediately they did the incantation and they decree, very soon the person, a few days or a week, the person will die. So the land is defiled. But today, thank God for IBOP and then Nnamdi Kanu. So we are very grateful to the Lord. The Lord knows that we cannot lose and lose forever. You see, our people says that when is Anahefuzo. So, but thank God today we have seen that we have offended God. We have defied the land, and we are going to be recovered. We are going to recover. So, you see, our brother that spoke, Paul spoke. Paul from here. I'm speaking from Libreville, Gabon. Paul, you can remember one of our brother who gave a revelation of this cow meat. You see, so, and by the grace of God this year, the decree is given that by the April, nobody will eat cow meat. So that cow meat is another thing that Fulani people used to come to do or defile our land. But today, I thank God that our people has opened the eye. So thank you, my professor. My name is Ignatius. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Good night, sir.
Remain blessed. You stick to the time, honestly speaking. This is where I'm going to switch off the phone. Don't call. If you call, I'm not going to pick your call, please. You know, like our brother that said that talked and said that application of what we are saying. Yes, You know, what we say here is to make you reason privately. When you hear we say these are the mistakes, these are what really went wrong, and you are a type of person that is still imbibing in one of all those characters, no person is going to monitor you, but you know yourself. You make the change. Change start from you, from me. That is it. It's just like a preacher. You go to church. What things are being preached, they are not going to follow your homes, to your working places, in order to force you to implement what a preacher preached. No, it touches your mind. It's for you as a human being to remove that greed, all those characters that you know that is bad. Because it is when we get our country, Biafra, now we will sit down and make laws that fit us. That we force everybody to abide, to be good by force, because laws make